This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2023-2024 NHL season. My pleasure to have you aboard as we get set up to watch Game 1 of the preseason live on Oilers Plus if you're an Oilers fan, and of course free probably on the Jets website within the Jets region. I believe that is Western Ontario and of course Manitoba, and I believe none of it as well. But friends, as we get going, it's a great pleasure to have you aboard as we get set up for a new season to kick off. I'm very excited. You'll see the chat get very excited here in a matter of moments. I'm already seeing messages come in, but it is going to be an absolutely special year. That's what we echoed in the Young Stars Classic. Now this one will be a little more different than the Young Stars Classic simply because the game will not be live on YouTube from everything I've been able to figure out. If I can find an unlisted YouTube link for you, I will direct you there ASAP. But for right now, we'll sit back, relax, and enjoy the pregame as we have in the studio since Game 6 against the Las Vegas Golden Knights, back in that defeat that saw the Golden Knights go on to win the Stanley Cup last summer. That's crazy to say last summer, but we're fall now. It's hockey season, and we're ready to rip and roar. And let me tell you, see, the scoreboard's back. We're looking official. Things look great. New camera in tow as well, so you'll see the colors and stuff kind of change depending on the lighting and how everything works down here day to day. And secondary to that as well, new microphone came into effect during the playoffs. New key light as well. Things are stepping up here on Dolynny TV. You've seen the use of the graphics. You've seen the shorter videos. Trying to get a little bit more current with my tactics on how to go about bringing you the news, bringing you the updates, and all the fun stuff that I do. And let me tell you, it's been working great. I appreciate everything. It's been a great month here on Dolynny TV this September, and I'm looking forward to putting in a great day, great month, starting right today with this live stream here this evening. All right, friends, let's go here and get everybody involved in the chat. Epiphany was first in. No stats from him tonight simply because, well, you know, it's preseason. Everybody's just got to take the time to get up and get going. And for right now, we'll just relax and not worry about getting too many stats into us. X, welcome in. Leonard. Oh my goodness, I'm struggling right out of the gate. I knew that was going to be the case. I was tripping up on my words before I even got out of bed. I tell you, I was on the phone and tripping up. Leonard, welcome in. Joe, welcome back. MBHA, welcome in. You're going for the Jets tonight. That is unfortunate, but hey, you know what? Yeah, there's worse teams to cheer for, like the Leafs. Oh, sorry, what? Let's go there as well. Just saw tickets are reasonable for the Oilers Vegas game in February. Heads up to anyone looking to go. Lower bowl, $240. Actually, that's $240 for the lower bowl, Joe. That's pretty solid. And let's see, Marcus, good day. Glad to see you going for the Edmonton Oilers as well. And Patrick joining us in the chat. Patrick and I just on the phone a few moments ago discussing kind of how things break down here for the Oilers going into the next 2 weeks. And there's a million and one ways you can pull and push the directions. And I think what Patrick and I came up with is an underrated battle that Epiphany led to in the comments yesterday, both on Patrick and I's video, is simply Dylan Holloway versus Raphael Lavoie. There is that room to send Holloway down. From what we have heard, though, Holloway is guaranteed a roster spot. But again, there's always that potential, as Patrick noted, if Raphael Lavoie went out there and scored an insane amount of goals and looked really good and was hitting it hard and rugged and earned a top 9 spot, where does that leave Dylan Holloway, especially with the roster crunch and the waiver wire involving Lavoie and Marcus Niemelainen? So let's keep that in touch. And MBHA is a Jets fan but loves following the Oilers. Friends, those are the kind of folks we need in here more. People across the NHL that just want to check in on the Oilers because, simply put, we are going to be a very exciting team all year to watch. And let me tell you, I'm hoping to bring as much of it to you as possible. Right, Heritage Classic coverage, Patrick and I live from Commonwealth Stadium all day. I think I'm even going to have to buy a battery pack for my phone, external battery pack, just to get through that day. That's going to be a massive day. It's not even funny how massive of a day that's going to be. And then secondarily as well, the home opener, which Patrick and I have planned for you. Hopefully a whole bunch of stuff. Patrick down there yesterday at Fan Day, and tell those of you that were out there looking for me, oh man, that was a big miss on my part. Big miscalculation. I did have yesterday free, but unfortunately it was a little too early to get up and get going for the first weekend spent at home in a while. You've seen me out there house sitting over the past little bit. So it was nice to be home yesterday, albeit a huge loss to not be at Fan Day, especially for as much fun as it looked like. I would have been jacked up to see that McDavid to Kane 2-on-1 back of the net goal right there. Whew, yeah, still watching that in my head. Anyway, friends, as we get going here, it is the Jets, the Oilers at 3:30 p.m. on Oilers Plus. That's when they will start the live stream, and then secondary to that, the game kicks off about 4 p.m. What I think is going to be the most interesting thing to watch tonight is how the Oilers Plus stream functions. As you saw in the Young Stars Classic, it was just a rip-off of the stream publicly available to all other teams. So I assume that tonight we'll kind of see something a little bit more dressed up. At least I'm hoping, because that would at least make the money aspect that you're paying for it worth it. Again, that's my gripes, and seems to be my gripes alone, but we'll see if the Oilers have a little something special planned for us, or if it is just the Jumbotron feed, or if it's some kind of weird in-house feed. Who knows what's going to happen. But I'll tell you, you know what? As the Oilers step up in production, as do we all, right? It's the year 2023. Production is come a long way from where it was. We'll be interested to see what they bring for us this afternoon. And two, it's also a 4 p.m. start. That is strange, but I like it. I like it. A 4 p.m. start on a Sunday. You know, get my day done, all that house cleaning. Got the studio down here vacuumed out of the cat hair. Let me tell you, it feels much nicer to be breathing down here than it did about 25, 30 minutes ago. And that too said is that, well, you know, got out for a walk, made $2.40 walking down the ditch and can picking. That's always a good Sunday afternoon. It was funny there, actually thinking to myself, man, how many cans do you have to pick to make a cent per minute of every day? And it's like, you need to pick 144 cans to make $14.40 in a day. That seems crazy, but when you pick half an hour's worth of cans down the ditches on highway picking, that's not bad at all. For those of you that are looking to do something when you're out with the dog, I will tell you, that's what you should be doing. Pick up those cans, help the environment, all the good stuff. Either way, Scout, welcome into the chat. Glad to see you aboard again this afternoon as we're getting to it, right? We are 11 minutes away from the Oilers Plus stream kicking off. That's why I started at 3:15. I was on Oilers Plus this morning. I'm like, wait, why does it say 3:30? It's a 4 p.m. puck drop. And then, oh, well, I guess the pregame, which means I should probably pregame a little earlier than that. And that's obviously where we decided to go with that. And as you'll see, the old train mug has returned for another season as well. Should be getting some new merchandise here soon. So stay tuned for that as well when we unveil the new stuff this year. And I think, too, one thing that I'm a big fan of with this new camera is there's so many ways to manipulate the lighting and the look of the screen on here that it's awesome. But at the same rate too, it's really nifty to be able to look at the screen and actually know what my color is going to look like the whole video. That's the coolest part. My old webcam was no longer supported by Windows by the time I had to upgrade this summer. So now we're sitting here in the year 2023, ready to go into the year 2024 with some good equipment and hopefully a good season ahead. I'm really looking forward to it. And to all those that hung out with me all summer long, I mean, there wasn't a lot for videos all summer long, but I think we did a decent enough job sitting there covering what needed to be covered. Obviously, if I wasn't covering it, Patrick was covering it, and we were just fine and dandy either which way. But it's been a long summer. I think that's fair enough. We've gone June, July, August, September without meaningful games for the Edmonton Oilers. That's 4 months. That's a month too long. We should have had meaningful games in June. We didn't. That sucks, but whatever. And now we're back ready to rock and roll here in this preseason, which is still meaningless in a term. But for right now, we'll come back and just get back into the swing of things. Hopefully get 5 or 6 preseason games streamed, and then we should be good to get rocking here, I'm hoping. And Westridge, welcome in. You're going for Winnipeg and looking to see what Brad Lambert's looking like. That is actually the funniest thing. We forget that Brad Lambert is a member of the Winnipeg Jets, and he is going to look really, really good here. I mean, he was a highly touted draft pick for a couple of years, got picked by the Jets, and now looking to make his impact on the lineup. And I think he could be a scary guy to face as the Edmonton Oilers 3 times a year, so we'll see what comes from him. But hopefully he is playing tonight. Actually, I don't know, maybe we should check the old universe there of the Oilers and see if there's anything that we're missing in terms of lineups. Maybe that would be handy. Patrick and I joking on our phone call today that you weren't able to find anything when it comes down to lineups, and there's still nothing available from the Edmonton Oilers. So let's go on over to the old NHL Oilers Insiders list and see if there's anything anything here right now. Preseason preview. The Oilers host the Jets tonight. The action starts with the face-off show at 2:30 p.m. So Reed and the crew have been live since 2:30. That's pretty interesting. Let's see here. There's apparently Damon Hunt got injured for the Minnesota Wild. That looked nasty, actually. And there's nothing else really to appear as of yet. So that is where we're at right now. So we are good and dandy. So let's continue aboard, friends. We get going. The chat coming alive. Epiphany, yeah, that sucks, but whatever, yeah. I've probably used that a couple of times in the past week at work. I can tell you that much. We've had a rough go at work, but obviously battling kids going back to school, everything going on with just how busy we are, and we're surviving, but we'll try and get through it here. All right, let's see what Patrick's saying here. Pre-game verbal, I've deduced Kane, Nuge, Hyman, Holloway, Sutter, and Janmark. That's going to be a fun line. Kajula, Hamblin, and Bourgault, and then Nurse. Are we going 11-7 there? Is that what it would be? Holloway, Janmark? Or is that just... Oh, that's just 3 lines. Okay, that's just 3 lines. Nurse, Bouchard, and Akey will play on the defense as well. So we get Bo Akey into his first game, and I assume that will be our first and only game for Bo Akey this preseason. Alana, welcome in. Good morning, good evening. Glad to have you aboard as we get set up for this mid-afternoon game. That's the beauty of this. I mean, dinner after the fact. How much better does that get, right? You have a little late lunch, as Patrick would have heard me crunching on the old chicken there. Yeah, still crunching away on fried chicken pregame. Some things never change, even 5 years later. You know, it's just been about 5 years since I did that live stream there between the Devils and the Oilers over in Sweden, and still chowing on pregame chicken. Don't mind me. Mike, here we go. Big hockey fan in Timmins. Best of luck this year. Hope you and the Oilers have a great year. Well, Mike, I'm hoping you have a great year watching hockey and enjoying it, because it is going to be a dang special year to be a hockey fan in Canada. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm not saying an Oilers fan in particular, but I expect Toronto to do big things. I think Ottawa is going to be really exciting. Montreal shouldn't be as much of a dumpster fire as they have been, and the Vancouver Canucks should probably figure it out. Wild cards, Winnipeg, and obviously Calgary, they could either do really well or blow it up. Who knows? And that's where we're going to find out here. So hopefully for the Oilers, it's a special year. And again, maybe I'll curse it right out of the gate before we get going. But I assume that if both the Oilers and Leafs are going to look and be as serious as they sound, that they should be there in the Cup final. Whether it's against each other or one or the other is there, hopefully that's the case, because at this point, if the Leafs won the Cup, it would not be my worst case scenario, because then Leafs fans would finally get what they needed since the 60s, and it would be over for a while. You can go on another million-year run without a Cup and wash our hands. But for the Oilers to win the Cup, my goodness, that would be special. I think you'd have to almost cancel the entire week of work, starting from when they could possibly clinch to the time their parade is, because it would be nuts to go on down to Edmonton and enjoy the playoff party for a week, and then as well go out there and enjoy what would be a Stanley Cup parade in the heart of Ice District. That would be dang special, I'll tell you that much. But we are counting our chickens before they hatch on that one, because we are obviously game 1 technically of 117 possible games this year. There's game 1, 8 preseason games, 82 regular season games, 106 if you count 16 straight wins in the playoffs, upwards of 117 if you count 11 losses without being eliminated in the first 3 rounds in the playoffs. Actually, hold on. That math doesn't math out. Yes, it does. No, yes. 12? 12? So 118, 117, somewhere in there. I did the math this morning, and I think I did it wrong, to be honest with you. That's my apology. And Scout, you're looking at my social blade, and it says I have a combined of 3.6 million views. That once upon a time was a little bit higher. I did a whole bunch of deleting of videos quite a while ago, probably back in 2016. The history of Dolynny TV is complicated back when it was Yak City Gaming. And let's just say if that number was still true today, I'd probably be closer to 5 million, but obviously content that I didn't want to keep around. So that is where we're at, right? Is 3.6 million is the number. We're looking to build on that. I'd love to try and push for about 10 this year, but I think 7 million is about the target we're going to try and set this season, and that obviously kicks off with tonight's live stream here on the channel as we get going. Next, where is Winnipeg's website? I watch the game. I would just go on over to their Twitter at NHL Jets. I guess it's called X now, but I'm never going to really switch over. Go over there, and same as the Oilers do every day, game day post that gives you the watch direction, the audio direction, all that. Go over there, check that out. You'll be good to go. I promise you that much. And friends, as we're just 16 minutes in here, I'm going to take a quick moment to check the watch time here and see what we've got going on. As I'm going to do time, see if I can even remember how to do this. We are already over 12 hours watched on the stream, so crushing along this afternoon as we get set up for this one. Obviously, the Oilers and Jets stream on Oilers Plus kicks off in 1 minute and 44 seconds. So stay tuned. We will get going in just a matter of moments, but as we're kicking off here, I guess I could actually, the reason I'm flipping between screens is because I'm just being dumb with how I'm doing things, not necessarily being smart. So let me tone down the sound on the old television there, and we should be ready to rock and roll in a matter of 1 minute and 20 seconds. Glad to have you aboard as well. If I haven't said that to any of you that have just joined the stream over the past 5-6 minutes here, thank you for coming back to Dolynny TV here in year number 6. Is this year 6? 18, 19, 19, 20, 21, doesn't really count, but it does. I guess this would be technically year 5, truly, of full season coverage here on Dolynny TV. So looking forward to it, although I've been doing this whole shtick since 2018. All right, let's get going, friends. We are 45 seconds away, and that is at this time. I will just ask, if you are new to the channel and feel like coming back for Oilers commentary, Oilers play-by-play, whatever the heck, if you're new to the channel, love to have you hit that subscribe button. Obviously going to try and push for 12,600 subscribers tonight as well. And then as well, if you're doing that, if you could hit the bell notification button as well, so as you get notifications when live streams happen, that would be greatly appreciated as well. And without further ado, friends, let's just quickly test out to see if ads work here on the stream, and then we'll go from there as we get set up for tonight's game. Mike, West Edmonton Mall, it don't matter if it's an Oilers Cup win or an Oilers regular season loss. That place is a zoo every single weekend, and it scares me. All right, Oilers Plus flipping live. Stream not started yet. Try again. All right, try again in 60 seconds. This is already off to a great disaster. I'm loving this, but again, thankfully we have half an hour to get it booted, as opposed to anything else. So let me boot this up here and see what the Oilers stream is doing. And it says it is live, so let's hit that play button. There we go. Oilers Plus, the logo is live. We are good to go. And you're expected to have 26,000 subscribers in 5 years from now, Scott. I mean, I expected to only have 10,000 by the end of this last year. So the fact that we're sitting over 12 should bode well that we should be able to do something special this season. And I don't think subscribers is the end all be all of anything either. I mean, Patrick does fantastic with 5,320. And if you haven't hit subscribe on the Oilers Fanatic, you see him in the chat here tonight. Go click on his channel, hit that subscribe button. I feel like there's a lot of you that watch him regularly but haven't hit that button yet. So just go out there, do that for me as well while you're hitting the button for me. And that would be greatly appreciated because we are going to be rocking and rolling. So, all right, here we go, friends. We are going to key up here. I've got the scoreboard ready to go. Make sure there's nothing else I'm missing. I guess maybe hold open the Sportsnet tab. That's the only last piece of the puzzle that I would be missing at current. Go to the scoreboard. The Blue Jays beat the Tampa Bay Rays 9-5, keeping alive in the playoff race. We like to see that this afternoon. I should have been streaming that. Could have probably made a couple of views, eh? That's okay. So, here we go. Oh, Joe, that's a good. That actually is a good point, because to be honest with you guys, this desk I'm using is actually a fireplace holder, like, you know, one of those electric fireplaces. I've just kind of converted it into a streaming desk. So, yeah, no, that's actually a really good point. My apologies for how loud that is. I'll just hold that here. Again, this is kind of the part and parcel for learning how to use the new setup compared to the years previous, but that's fine and dandy. And friends, as we get going as well, it's my great pleasure to have you aboard this afternoon, as I'm seeing quite a few of you jumping in here all of a sudden. We're up to 91 viewers live at once, and I'm excited to see what happens here in this one for the Edmonton Oilers. Obviously, we kind of got a judge of the lineup here from Patrick over on the Oilers Fanatic, who will be keeping us, I'm sure, up to date with all the little knick-knack pieces of information that we need to know that I just can't go out and find myself, because I'm sitting here trying to talk a mile a minute as well. But Kane, Nuge, Hyman, Holloway, Sutter, Janmark, Kajula, Hamblin, Bourgault is your top three lines for tonight's matchup, so keep that in mind. Those are who you're going to see out there for the Edmonton Oilers as we continue going along. And what else do we got? Here we go. Mike bought an NHL Fat Tire Cruiser bike a few weeks ago, and obviously I love it. I'm proud peddler. Excellent. Excellent, Mike. And that's the one thing. I wish I had an electric bike. That would make life so much easier. Just even like going to the grocery store here in town or whatever, because it's not exactly an easy get to, but still a convenient drive, but is what it is. All right. Hey now, it's that season again. Time for the Oilers to get going, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do for us tonight against the Winnipeg Jets, obviously, as Patrick's putting it out. Kane, RNH, Hyman, Fogle, Peterson, Ryan, and then you've got Holloway, Sutter, and Janmark, and then you've got Kajula, Hamblin, and Bourgault, Nurse, Bouchard, Broberg, Desharnais, Gleason, Akey, and then Rodriguez starts over Picard, which I think you will see a couple times this preseason. Is Ollie Rodriguez getting 1 or 2 or 3 starts possibly this preseason? Obviously, start number 3 would be supplemented by one of the big boys being behind him for half the game, but we'll see what happens. And Joe, that's exactly it. Just working out the kinks here and trying our best to get things going. And fighting welcome in from Maine. Can't wait for the Oilers season to get underway. I'm very excited about it myself. And as you can already see, I've talked enough that my throat's getting dry, so we're going to have an interesting stream here fighting through all the way through, but we'll get going. It's Sunday afternoon. We got nowhere to be. We got nothing to see, and obviously, too, football's taking care of itself with the Dolphins beaten down on, I don't even know who they were playing, to be honest with you, but I think it was the Denver Broncos, so always a good time to see the Dolphins doing that as we cross 21 hours watched on the stream. So that's where we're at right now. And the Santuk, welcome in as well, as the boys hopefully get the job done tonight. We're hoping anyway, as again, these games mean nothing. If I see Holloway score a hat trick or I see Bourgault score a goal, that's more of a big thing for me than obviously seeing the Oilers go out there and win, although going undefeated in the preseason too is also usually a bad omen for the Oilers. So let's not worry about that. But as we're crushing along, friends, we're still waiting for this Oilers Plus live stream to fire up here. It's 3:35. They are closing in on getting things started here in a matter of moments, I am sure. And then we should be ready to rock and roll. But as we cross the 100 viewer mark, it's good to be back for another season of hockey. I think the big thing is both Patrick from the Oilers Fanatic and I could say it was just a long, long summer. Knowing that we didn't have money, knowing the only big news remaining after free agency was signing McLeod and Bush, and just trying to fill the time with as much summer as possible. And I will tell you, I had an amazing, amazing summer, from a bachelor party, a wedding, 1 week in Cold Lake, golfing in Cold Lake on hole number 5, which honors the founding members, honoring my grandfather as well, who helped build the course. Going home to Cold Lake and doing all that stuff. Obviously playing ball, the Pirates winning a league championship while I was in Cold Lake. I think too a special moment was we had a really good teammate come aboard during the ball season this year, and just kind of soaking up what he was telling me all season long, and finishing my last at bat of the year with a 7th inning home run to left center field after barely being able to hit it past shortstop on the left field all season. And it was a great ball year. I think too the couple of rodeos I got to do were pretty special, and secondary to that, just everything else going on, moving shops at work, and it was just a great summer, busy summer too, but an awesome time to sit back, relax, and get rejuvenated for this Oilers Plus stream that we are about to get underway here now, flipping on to our television sets as we currently sit. And too as well, also getting adjusted to these glasses that you guys saw me just suddenly start wearing late last season. Now obviously not hurting my eyes near as bad. Got some highlight footage here. I think I can turn it up a little bit. I don't think that's going to hurt nothing this evening, as Tony Brar and Paige Martin on the desk here getting us set up for this one as the fans walk into Rogers Place. It's always exciting to see the fans in Rogers Place. As it's hockey season again. I'm looking forward to it. And fighting preseason Tyratty ruined my outlook for these games as far as evaluating guys. Well, Tyratty the year before looked good in the minimal stretch at the end of the year, so that's kind of where I think expectations were high. He delivered early, and then that was really it and all. And Patrick, if you're watching the Oilers Plus stream right now, there's a couple of guys sitting up against the window that I could swear one of them looks like my doppelganger back there just hanging out in my spot at Rogers Place, kind of where the Oilers players walk down from the JW Marriott. So just saying, if you ever see right behind those guys where the people are sitting, that's Patrick and I's little hangout before the game usually gets going, as the Ford Hall fills up every single game day. And William Bouchard is my must-watch for this year. 36 points in his last 31 games. This year prorates out to around 90 points. Bomb per shot. Well, William, I will tell you, if Bouchard gets anything north of 80 points, I think the Oilers are looking really, really good. Forwards confirmed by Oilers Plus: Kane, Nuge, Hyman, Fogle, Peterson, Ryan, Holloway, Sutter, Janmark, Kajula, Hamblin, Bourgault, Nurse, Bouchard, Broberg, Desharnais, Gleason, Akey. Rodrigue gets the start with Picard backing him up. There you go. That's what you need to know. Patrick had it first, though, in the chat, and we are good to go for this one now. Obviously, I'd like to maybe see what the Jets lineup is as well, because Brad Lambert would be nice to see if he's in there. But as we are getting started up for this one, friends, it is just about hockey time for the first time this year. Obviously, the Prospects game is kind of a different situation, right? I mean, they're fun to watch. They're awesome to have hockey back, but then you go into another week and a half lull without hockey, and it's kind of tough to fight through that, as you know, you gotta wait until the next weekend to get hockey back in your life again. Scout preseason day one lineup is better than the Arizona Coyotes normal lineup. That's just the thing, right? You've actually got depth pieces that are sizably good NHLers or serviceable depth pieces. That's huge for the Oilers this year, and I'm looking forward to that paying off dividends for us as the season goes along. William, Campbell will be better this year, is your statement as well. Yeah, I think that's consensus, hopefully, amongst Oilers fans. Again, there's not much worse he can do, so I'd assume the better he does, the better it'll be for the Edmonton Oilers this year. Myth, there is no Lavoie tonight. I assume that they will hold him out to get him on a line with someone like Draisaitl or McDavid. And this text coming in as well. It's finally here, and oh my goodness, I am so excited. And this is kind of the fun part too, friends. Normally the phone kind of starts blowing up about this time right before we get going, and yeah, I am so excited here, friends. This is awesome. This is awesome. This feels good. This feels really good. Yeah. Especially after how it ended last year, and now we get to kick it off again with some big streams. The preseason always bigger than the regular season streams for some reason, but let's do this. and Ben Gleason, Vinny Desharnais on the ice as well. We're looking forward to getting everybody going here this afternoon. And I like this. I really actually like this. This Oilers Plus stream actually looking like a legitimate broadcast. This is excellent. Here's Jay Woodcroft now on our television channel. And Santuk, is it worth getting Oilers Plus? Right now they've got a promo to get a month free. Honestly, I think it's not the worst thing. I think I've kind of had my ear bent about it, about how handy it could be in kind of Patrick and I's situation to get some little in behind the scenes stuff to allow us to get some more topics. Oh, sorry, doing that again. But we should be good to go for now. And Joe, any advice on how to subscribe to the Oilers package on Sportsnet? Sportsnet, if you're watching the Oilers in the regular viewing zone, so Alberta, Saskatchewan, or the Northwest Territories, you just need regular old Sportsnet Plus, and that'll get you taken care of. Oilers Plus, yeah, for these 8 games is going to be handy, but during the regular season is really only going to be about kind of the in behind the scenes stuff and kind of the story mode that they have every year for the Oilers now that they've created this as well. So we'll see what ends up coming from it. Obviously, I assume they're going to have more stuff this year. They have the interviews and stuff too, but I assume right now that it's more about these preseason games than anything else for Oilers Plus. So, and Scout, that's a sketchy, etchy go, but I know a lot of people that do it, so I can't really say much to it. And what else do we got going on? All right, you're just messing with me. I like it. That too, I'm going to have to remember how to read the chat sometimes when something sounds too funny to be true. Most times it is. Also, I really love this Jay Woodcroft Fanatics hat. Hate that it's a Fanatics hat, but it's a nice looking hat right now actually on the TV, so that's it. And Epiphany, when you're asking the question, does Hellebuck finish the season with Winnipeg? I guess it all depends if they're in that playoff spot or not. I'd assume that Winnipeg is going to push for a playoff spot as they have the past few years. But again, he could be that kind of Marc-Andre Fleury at the deadline kind of player available when it comes to as soon as he's available, everybody's talking about trading for him. So we'll see. And I doubt the Oilers are involved in that one this year. But again, you just never know what's going to take a turn all season long. So hopefully it all works out. So Connor McDavid, the captain, skates. What are these? What are these? What is going on here? Are these Dolynny TV graphics? Hey. Whoa, Oilers Plus. Did you steal my graphics? Jeez, these are absolutely looking exactly how I would build graphics. This is hilarious. Oh, a little nicer, but kind of hilarious to me. And Aiden, is there any other way to watch the game, friends? For those of you looking to watch the game, unfortunately there isn't. That's kind of the tough part here. The Oilers have put it behind a paywall this year, and the Jets have also region locked it from what I understand. So I assume that you and I and everybody will just be kind of hanging out here tonight and doing our thing. So that's not necessarily the worst thing. Worked well in the playoffs, and I look forward to it working well all season long again here this year. Neil, did I see any of the Global Series in Melbourne? I will tell you I've seen a couple of highlights, and Logan Cooley looks pretty unreal. I'll say that much. He looks like he could be something special in Arizona, obviously playing alongside Clayton Keller and the boys there too. He could definitely make something go there. And there's Brandon Sutter, who getting the first interview of the preseason here. Good to see him out there. The Oilers Plus mic looks absolutely unreal. That flag, that's fantastic too. Actually, I wish I had one of those for my mic, but we'll work on that throughout the season. But Brandon Sutter out there, that's going to be fantastic to see him. I knew that we were probably going to sneak him into game one, and that's kind of the case because the Oilers really want to evaluate where he's at, what he needs to do, and what he can do. And obviously, he's looking forward to trying to earn that fourth line center spot if he hasn't already. He's back out to getting on the ice. And Mike Sens haven't made the playoffs in 6 years straight. And I think they have the players to make a push this year. I think they will be doing the push no problem. And you look at it as well, last season played for Lane Peterson and Brandon Sutter. 9 goals, 3 assists for Sutter, 12 points, 43 games, 6 points, 27 games for Lane Peterson, both minus players, so there's really not much special there other than Peterson played last year as opposed to Sutter, who has played 2 years ago, dealing with illness the past 2 years. Alana, you were there on Saturday. That is absolutely fantastic, being able to go down and actually catch an NHL game. It sucks that it was a preseason game, but I understand what they learned from going to Shanghai in 2017. Coming over to Australia for a preseason game probably makes more sense than a regular season game, but that's good to see. And Mike, the Sens beat Toronto in the preseason game this afternoon 3-2. Actually, that would remind me. Let's go do a quick NHL scoreboard update for the afternoon and see where we're sitting at in terms of action across the NHL. And why isn't this working? Scoreboard. Let's go here. There we go. Rangers and Bruins just underway, 0-0, 19:48 left in the first period. Coyotes Stars yet to get underway. Penguins Jackets, Kings Ducks, Golden Knights Sharks, and Flames and Canucks yet to get underway. 3-2 for the Penguins over the Blue Jackets, 4-3 for the Sabres over the Capitals, 3-2 Sens over Leafs, and the Wild take it 4-3 over the Avalanche. So everything so far today, a 1-goal game in the preseason. Don't mind me, that's not necessarily the worst thing possible. So hopefully for the Oilers, they light up the lamp a little bit more than that, but guess we'll see what comes out of it. And that's also a nice Oilers hockey hat there from Fanatics as well. They actually stepped up their game this offseason, or what? Guess we'll see. And as we get going, friends, again, this is available on OilersPlus.com. The only problem is you have to pay for it. I understand that really sucks, but again, hopefully it all works out here. Or if you're in the Jets region, it is location locked. So if you're in the Jets region, you're able to watch. If not, you're not saying you're stuck with me, because I'm hoping there's other options, but you and I can hang out and enjoy our evening and just watch some Oilers hockey. I can try and call some hockey. We'll see how it goes here, not knowing the lines as well as possible, but we'll see. Maybe they have better camera angles than in those prospect games, and we can get something done tonight. As we keep moving along, friends, I'd like to welcome you aboard Dolynny TV for the first preseason game of the year. It's my great pleasure to have you along as we get fired up for what should be a great afternoon of hockey, that's for sure. And to those of you who tuned into the pregame this afternoon, I'm very impressed with how that turned out. I was telling Patrick, him and I last year kind of gave up on the pregames at one point, and somehow this year we actually now have a preseason pregame that's actually doing something here. So it's kind of weird to look at and see that happening, but it is all good. And Peter, welcome in as well. Glad to see you aboard for this one here tonight. JK, welcome in as well. But Tony talking to Xavier Bourgault about his hockey stick under a segment called not Bourgault's stick, but sorry, Tony's Twigs, which is a segment now on Oilers Plus. And Ride, yeah, you know, it is. There are illegal stream options, and I'm not going to advocate for them, but to those of you that do, whatever. As we are now, just about 11 minutes away from puck drop here this evening. That is excellent. Again, friends, what I will tell you is if you are new to the channel, and I'm not telling you to stick around and hang out and listen to the play-by-play, but if you are new and you want to sit back and relax and talk Oilers all season long, I'd like you to hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. That would be greatly appreciated if you possibly could. I'm going to turn up the audio just a little bit here. Seems a little quiet on my end, so turn that up. But again, if you are new, I would love if you could hit that subscribe button. And again, friends, too, if you want to catch streams, future videos, click that bell as well and enable all notifications, and you'll get notified every time I've got something new up. That's something I've kept forgetting to say. But yes, Oilers Plus, $60 for 12 months. The behind the scenes stuff, I know it's $5 a month. That seems pricey, but again, that's just some kind of call you have to make up there yourself. But as we get going, friends, Xavier Bourgault, Tony Brar just about done their segment here. Number 54, rocking on that third line for the Oilers, or is he on the, sorry, I'm going to have to go back to Patrick's chat here in just a minute. Rocking on that fourth line for the Oilers this afternoon is Xavier Bourgault. So you said there was a promo code for the subscription. Yes, it's preseason 23. If you go over to the Oilers X profile, you would be able to find it there as to what that preseason code is. So it'll save you a month of fees. So I think that's equivalent to, yeah, just over $6-7 savings over the course of the year. So that's where we're at. And again, friends, I'm not advocating that you need to pay for it, because quite honestly, in my situation, yes, it pays for itself, as you clearly see here on the stream tonight. But as it goes along for the preseason, I'm probably going to be fine to recoup. If not, those of you that are joining me for the first time, we'll work this whole thing out throughout the course of the season, and it'll be an easy little write-off at the end of the year kind of deal, as it were. So I'm not too worried about it, but make up your own mind. Again, it's only 8 preseason games that you're going to be able to catch games on Oilers Plus with until this time next year. So if 8 games at $10 a piece, or less than $10 a piece, just about $8 a piece, worth it to you, game on, excellent. If not, whatever, it's all good. But we're kicking off the preseason here. There's more people sitting against the windows now, and that is exciting because that means people are trickling into Rogers Place as they come, and this is good to see. It's nicely filled up in there. Obviously, the TV lighting makes it a little bit more difficult. Couple of reverse retro McDavids stepping up the escalator right there. And I absolutely cannot wait to be at Rogers Place for the home opener coming here soon. And I'm very much excited to get down there with Patrick and the guys, I guess you could say. We kind of got this regular crew that we go to the games with. I'm very much so looking forward to making that happen again for the home opener. And, of course, the Heritage Classic, which I will tell you is going to be a little more special because, as far as I understand, Patrick and I have somebody else joining us along for the ride as well. So we'll see how that kind of all pans out here. I'm very excited for what is going to be a very excellent year of Oilers hockey upcoming. Friends, what I'm going to leave you with just for a quick second here is I'm going to go refill the bottle of water and go empty the tank, as it were, and get right back to this. So stay tuned, be right back. All right, friends, let's do this. Sorry to run away on you there. Just quick little refill, quick little bathroom break, but we are ready to rock and roll now as we are going to get going. Charles, you cannot watch the game here, unfortunately. I wish I could show it. Unfortunately, copyright restrictions apply. But we are good to rock and roll here for this one in a matter of a few moments. James Hamblin got the hockey hair rocking this year. He's got quite the flow going this year. Good mustache as well, following in the footsteps of friend Stuart Skinner. And we are just about ready to go here. But yeah, I will be doing the play-by-play this afternoon as per the usual. If you're new to the channel, you haven't really had a chance to check it out, I recommend post-game or during the game. If you don't feel like tuning in this one, go check out the channel a little bit and see what I've been up to over the past year. There's a lot. Okay, I'm not going to lie. We've done a lot here on Dolynny TV over the past year, so unfortunately we will just hold on and just do what I normally do. But there we go. We got a little bit here as Patrick has got a little preseason lineup graphic going. I love that. That is fantastic. And I mean, it looks good up there with both logos on there, Patrick. Thank you very much. And thank you for the shout out on Twitter as well. The Oilers Fanatic doing the behind the scenes work today as we get set up for what is going to be a great afternoon of live streaming, I feel like. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Let's see what ends up going on. And Ryan, what would probably happen there is your image file is probably too big. That's probably exactly what the issue is, to be honest with you. And Charles, watch it on Oilers Plus, which you have to pay for, is the only real option. I think they give you a 3-day free trial, so you could sign up for it technically. Yeah, give them your credit card and then cancel it, and that's it. That's all. That's really how it goes. But, I mean, is that worth it for 8 preseason games going through all that hassle? I'll let you be the judge. And we'll see what ends up going on this preseason. As I'm sure this is going to be a regular kind of occurrence throughout the pregame, but that's fine and dandy. It's something we handled last year, and it's something we'll handle again this year, right? Nothing out of the ordinary. But we got to get that James Hamblin jersey going as well at some point this season. You know that this jersey back here, if you watch the channel at all, might not have anything on it yet, but it belongs to the one, the only James Hamblin. When I get a chance to go back to Rogers Place and get this going. So we are good to go here in a matter of moments. Welcome in as we're getting things going. I'm sure we're going to have a whole bunch of folks coming on by and saying hi here in the next little bit. But we are just about ready to light up this stream. It's 3:57, so we'll have anthems and everything probably just after 4 o'clock, and then we should be ready to rock and roll for some hockey here in a matter of moments. They're still talking to James Hamblin. Handshake done and dusted. Tony Brar, former Nate RTA member, radio and television member. Of course, you know that as well from me. And we go here. Malo, Perfetti, Niederreiter, Iafallo, Lowry, Appleton, Harkins, Toninato, Janssen, Falby, Zhilkin, Lambert, and Chibrikov are your lines for the Winnipeg Jets. Dylan Bauer, Chisholm, DeMello, Heinola, and Schmidt, the lineup for the Jets. So this is actually quite an NHL lineup. Delia and Milic in net for the Winnipeg Jets. Zol, welcome in as well. Glad to see you. And again, that's going to bug me all the time. Sorry, that's something that I never really took into account, the water bottle screeching on there, but it is what it is. First time watching the channel, well, thank you for being along for the ride. Appreciate that. And I assume there's more than a handful of you along for the first time. My name's Tyson, by the way. Glad to have you aboard here on the channel as we get set up for this one. Broberg, Desharnais, your second pair behind Nurse and Bouchard this evening. So we get our first look at the Nurse-Bouchard pairing for the year 23-24 and what that will account for on the Oilers' top defensive pairing for most of the year, I'm sure, between Nurse and Bouchard as we work Broberg alongside Ekholm early and often this NHL season. All right, here we go. Let's go get to what else we need to know, which is Rodriguez Picard in net. Paige Martin walking us through a little analysis of the lineup, it looks like right now. And we should be almost set for hockey time. Looks like fans are still kind of trickling into the building here, as it were, as there's a whole bunch of Oilers jerseys walking on in. A blank one from 2017, the alternate walking in right now, and we are almost ready to get things underway. Cyber, you're going to watch Macklin Celebrini play in a few weeks. The consensus #1 pick for the 2024 NHL draft, as far as we understand, start things off. And should maybe throw up a pinned tweet, explaining where people can watch the game. Yes, I should, Patrick. That would be a good idea. Let's go here and follow it up. I love it. All right, here we go. Watch on OilersPlus.com. Let me go here and bing bang, pin message. There we go. So good to go. Sorry friends, that is something that I normally did last preseason and I totally forgot to do until Patrick reminded me just now. That's my apologies. But as Nate is asking as well, if anyone has the Jets live stream, that's good for kind of the Jets region. So keep that in mind right now. You can probably tune in over there if you're somewhere in Winnipeg, northwestern Ontario, or of course Nunavut, and we'll hopefully get you some coverage here as well. And Macklin is an amazing name as well. Yeah, no, that's quite the brandable name, that's for sure, for Mr. Celebrini. And as well, friends, welcome aboard. 309 of you tuning in here into the first preseason edition of Dolynny TV Live for Game. Glad to have you aboard. Again, welcome back. If you're returning, it's been since Game 6 since we had an Oilers veteran lineup on the ice. Obviously, we had the rookie games last weekend, and we caught a little bit of that, but now we get our chance to really get going here tonight, and I'm very excited for that as we are ready to get underway here. It's 4 p.m. and the Oilers building, Rogers Place, is filling up. Tony Brar clapping his hands, doing the old dust him off as he is ready to bring us Oilers hockey here this evening as we are about to flip through. I think, again, I don't have the volume very loud, so it is what it is, but here we go. We are set for hockey in a matter of a few moments, friends. Bro, welcome in as well. Went to a game last season with Patrick. Wish I invited you as well. It's all good. We're going to hopefully catch a couple of games this year up in Edmonton is my plan. I don't know if that's going to be necessarily what happens. Obviously, weather dictates a lot of that. But hopefully, I get up there regularly as well. Not burning holidays is a big key. So we'll have to see how we can kind of plot those games throughout the year. Guy, welcome in as well, as it is getting underway. But yes, it is still region locked because it's on the Jets website, not on YouTube. That's kind of the key. Is it's the same as the Oilers last year and years previous. It was region locked. If it was on their website, it was publicly available if you had the YouTube link. So kind of tough there the way it's going, but obviously too the Vegas Golden Knights announcing their night plus or whatever this past few days. So it is what it is, and it looks like we might indeed actually get the Jumbotron feed of tonight's game. That's unfortunate after a very good show in the preseason. Actually, for paying for this, I was impressed. Obviously, if I was able to watch it and hear all of it, that would have been nice too as well, but unfortunately, that is not the case as we kick off another season of hockey here on Dolynny TV, as we've got the intro video rolling on the Jumbotron at Rogers Place right now. They've got the Oilers coming across, and this thing's going to look awesome, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. And they're going to add a couple more cut scenes as it goes. And Scout, it's not region locked. Oh, that is good to see. It's good to see it's not region locked. So then, yeah, if we can get the Winnipeg Jets link in here, that would be fine and dandy. Maybe I can go over there and find that out next commercial break when we got a few more moments. I'll get that pinned at the top, or we'll figure it out some way at this one. But as we're going right now, friends, just the pregame intro playing on Rogers Place big screen right now. And obviously a whole bunch of memories coming flooding back from during the playoffs, from the regular season. Everybody going crazy in the crowd. There's Zach Hyman's overtime winner, which you would have seen on the live stream before it was live. My little call there of me going all the way down to my knees on the floor and celebrating that one. And that's where we're at right now. We are just about set to get things underway here for the Edmonton Oilers 23-24 preseason campaign, friends. Very excited to have you aboard for this one. It's going to be a special afternoon, I'm sure, just to get back to it and the regular occurrence that is hockey throughout the year. As like I said, there's 118 games potentially, and they just went bars and tone on the live stream. That's never a good sign when you go bars and tone on live stream, but it is what it is. As Ollie Rodrigue leads the Oilers out of the tunnel and onto the ice at Rogers Place. And friends, here we go as we are set up to get things going. Ollie Rodrigue on the ice as he comes hustling in towards the net area. And the Oilers hit the ice. It looks like the building's filled up quite substantially for it being a preseason game. All right, here we go. We are just about set up for this one. As coming onto the ice, there's Philip Broberg, there's Evan Bouchard, two of the young blue liners that are here to lead the team for years to come, hopefully, because we know Broberg's now being brought up in trade rumors and stuff like that. But stream is on the Jets website. Yes, it is, Mark. You will find out if it's region locked in a few moments. We still haven't had someone confirm that for sure. And the Jets website has the game stream, Jackal, yes. But the argument is if it is region locked or not. And apparently we'll find out here in a matter of moments if it is or not. And it looks like, here we go, Evan Bouchard ready to get going. The Oilers do indeed have a helmet sponsor for the home helmets this year. Looks like it's Play Alberta, if I'm not mistaken, by the logo. All right, here we go. This one now goes Evander Kane going into the corner. Zach Hyman on the ice here as we will see the top line kick things off for us this evening. Evan Bouchard, Nugent Hopkins, Zach Hyman, and who's the left winger again? Evander Kane. Yeah, that's who it would be. I just said that 5 seconds ago. It's Nurse and Bouchard on the top pair for this defensive squad this evening, as we are getting things underway here in a matter of moments. It looks like we're going to have our anthem singer come out of the tunnel onto the mat as well. So Winnipeg Jets line up against their blue line for this evening's matchup. Both logos on the ice. And we are ready for the anthem. But first, of course, the land acknowledgement as Chief Willie Littlechild leads us. through that this evening. And of course, you know that I'm a big advocate for getting that Turtle Island logo, which you will see on your screen in a matter of moments, as a logo for a third jersey or some kind of alternate jersey here sometime soon for the Oilers, because that is by far and above one of the best Oilers logos we have ever had. All right, here we go. Are we actually going to see the game here or not? Well, yeah, you're just going to be looking at my mug. Thankfully, I've gotten the glasses to kind of take away from half of it anyway. And Nate, welcome in as well. I have it on the Jets website without VPN, so I assume maybe Saskatchewan is kind of that middle territory. I'm not sure. Here's Robert Clark ready to sing the national anthem, his debut for the season. Nice graphic there for the anthem singer Robert Clark, and we are off and running with O Canada to begin tonight's live stream. Friends, Zach Hyman, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins wearing A's in this one, and I would assume Darnell Nurse has the other A. 3 alternates because Connor McDavid is the captain, and that is where we are at, friends, as we get underway at Rogers Place this evening. Bourgault, Kajula, Hamblin on the lineup as well, as we are ready for hockey as Rob Clark leads us through the national anthem. And we are about set to kick this season off with a bang. Hopefully the Jets bring in a veteran lineup into Edmonton, so hopefully that works out in our favor, as this one is going to be just a pretty full building actually in Rogers Place for a Sunday afternoon game. That was nice to see the Oilers schedule it at 4 p.m. because obviously, right, get the families in there, get everybody in for a nice easy viewing experience on a Sunday afternoon, and get everybody home in time for bedtime at about 9:30, so we can all go to work on Monday morning. It's coming. Doesn't feel like it, but it's coming. Trust me, it's right around the corner. Game time for the Oilers and Jets. So we will have the Jumbotron feed, it looks like, here for the Oilers, and they've got Timmy Trumpets playing on the screen there. That's maybe my cue to lighten that down on the microphone a little bit there, and we are just about set to get things underway from Edmonton. The Jets and the Oilers for the first time in the preseason. We will meet them twice tomorrow in Winnipeg as well, a 6 p.m. puck drop for that one. And in net here is Connor Delia. I think it's Connor Delia anyway, for the Winnipeg Jets. He will get the start for the Jets in this one, who are now rocking that Canada Life patch on the away jerseys. And here's Ollie Rodrigue in net for the Edmonton Oilers. 29 games played, 14-14-1 record with the Bakersfield Condors last season. Puck is down at center ice. Perfetti scrambles it up. Nugent-Hopkins falls right down on it, wins it back for the Edmonton Oilers. Nurse over to Bouchard, up the boards. Now here's Zach Hyman digging along the boards, trying to free this one up against the Jets forecheckers, who will push it down in behind the net over to Ollie Rodrigue, and now in to possession for Evan Bouchard, leading up ahead on the left wing. The Oilers come through the neutral zone, flick it in right into the middle of the ice. Unable to come up with it, but a turnover forces it back to Zach Hyman. Get back to the point for Evan Bouchard. Nuge back. Bouch bomb coming. Stick breaks on the way. Tipped wide of the net ultimately by the Winnipeg Jets, and the Edmonton Oilers just about get their first look on net. Here's Bouchard regrouping in the neutral zone, playing off to Zach Hyman for the dump in. The Oilers on the dump and chase, get it down deep, but that's about it. And this one will be flicked on ahead by the Jets back into the Oilers zone, where Broberg now on the ice picks it up. He'll play it across, and Desharnais fires it ahead off a stick. The Oilers take a hard hit into the boards, and that frees it up in behind for the Jets. Playing it up to the far side wing and trying to still exit their zone. It hits the broken stick. Oh, Lane Peterson just about with a steal there, but couldn't get the bounce off the broken stick accordingly. And now the Jets still struggling to get it through the neutral zone. It's fired on down deep back in behind. Delia touches up. The Jets see the Oilers crash hard along the end boards, but still come up with it, and they will transition through the neutral zone, playing it on ahead. Here coming in on the attack wide, couldn't get to the front of the net. Nice cut off there by Gleason of the Edmonton Oilers, and now the camera loses the puck for a brief moment. That makes my job hard, but the Oilers, good little stick work, gets it free out of the zone, and here down the ice we come. 18-20 to go here in this first period of play, and the Oilers are off and running in this one as the Jets continue to battle along the boards. Nice play there, up the boards now, back to the defense. That'll be Akey keeping it in. Remember, he got a lot of touches throughout the preseason in the rookie games, and that will be an icing call against the Winnipeg Jets. No, actually they rule it not, and the Oilers will just transition right out of their zone up the length of the ice. Here they come crashing in behind the net. There's Janmark playing it ahead. The Oilers get it back to the point. Shot comes on. Delia the save. 17:50 to go. The Oilers crush a man into the boards. A good hard physical check to start this one. Shot save made by Rodriguez, his first of the game, and we will have a stoppage in place. 17:42 remaining here in this first period of play. My friends, welcome in, and glad to have you aboard for this one, as that was a lot of action to start it off as we got things started. And friends, as far as I have heard in the chat, I believe you can stream it on the Jets website. Still waiting confirmation if it's streamable for Oilers fans on the Jets website, as this one comes to the side of Ollie Rodrigo on the far side of the ice, and the Jets, after the face-off, now control as they will roll around the zone back to the point. This one now over. Here's the shot loading up. Shot deflects in front, and that is lucky enough for the Oilers as it will go out of play on a dangerous looking go. And yes, so do they actually? Okay. Yeah, you could. Absolutely, Patrick. You absolutely could if you want. I wasn't sure if they were going to do that or not, but looks like that is the case. Okay. All right, here we go. Oilers Jets shot right off the face-off, goes over to Ollie Rodriguez, who makes the save. 17:20 to go here in this first period, as this one will be picked up by Evan Bouchard. He'll play it ahead down the length of the ice, and now this is going to be touched up by the Jets for an icing call. And with 17:13 to go, the Oilers will once again face off in their D zone. Jets out shooting the Oilers 2-0 so far early on here. And Scout, you're in Sherwood Park. That's legit. We're legit. We're not kidding around this time. Let me know. Here we go. Winnipeg Jets. Perfetti against Ryan Nugent-Hopkins of the Edmonton Oilers. Jets scramble up the face-off again. Get it back to the blue line. The stump down deep behind the Oilers' net as it comes free in the corner. Jets roll it around in behind. Bouchard loses his man in behind the net. Little scramble in front. Puck bouncing around. Stayed out somehow, and here's Zach Hyman hustling back the other way, 2-on-2. The Oilers looking to make that area pass to the front of the net. Nice deflection in front, and Delia looks to have made the save, keeping it out last second on a tip in front by Evander Kane. That was a tight little go right there, but an easy opportunity for Zach Hyman, who's just so good at those little side passes at the side of the net, especially playing with Connor McDavid and, of course, Leon Draisaitl throughout every single game of the regular season. And again, not to Ollie Rodriguez making 1-2 good saves in front, and a good stick there from Nugent-Hopkins as well. Nice thing against the Jets right out of the gate there, so we will go back down the length of the ice. That's the problem with the Jumbotron feed, is you don't get the full screen all the time, but Broberg is going to flip the puck to the ref and get it down the length of the ice. And here we go, little shots of the fans in the stands, as everybody's just so excited to be on television again for the first time this year. Jets win it off the face-off. They just pushed it ahead more or less, and here it comes back the other way now. Jets down the length of the ice. This one's tied into the corner. Broberg gets it going. Lowry's going to take a check there. This one's going to be battled in behind. Back to the point now. Jets working it around the Oilers zone. Slap shot comes in. Shot save made. Bounces right back to the near side point, and Derek Ryan seals off his man. And this one goes down into Jets territory, where they'll pick it up, played in the neutral zone, tape-to-tape pass right through the neutral, and Vinny Desharnais rubs his man out along the boards, as players do against Connor McDavid, kind of that style of a hit. And here loading up now is Lane Peterson inside his own red line, and now Desharnais will play it off the end boards over to Broberg, up the length of the boards out of the Oilers zone. They'll carry through the neutral, and this is a nice little nifty move there. Janmark in on net. Didn't have a shooting angle though. He'll turn back. Now he's got an angle. He tries to pass it in the middle. Scrambles up, and that one will not clear the zone, as a nice keep in by Gleason. Shot fired wide. Oilers coming here with some tremendous pressure, but finally that one will free up for the Jets to come down the length of the ice. They'll leave it behind, almost missing that pass. Picked up there though. Nifty pass into the middle of the ice. Fails, and the Oilers retrieve along the near side boards and transition through the neutral. Here comes Brandon Sutter flying down the ice. Good little shot up on the shoulder of Delia. And let me tell you, that looked good. Brandon Sutter looked good right there. That was huge, as that's the first time we've seen Brandon Sutter engage the skates. And looked good right there. So I'm excited to see what he can do the rest of the way home in this one. Austin, welcome in. Glad to have you aboard as we are getting things underway, and the game is on the Jets website. Good to hear, as that should allow those of you looking for it to find it here. And let me change that pinned message here. Watch on the Jets website. Watch on the Winnipeg Jets website. Let me throw that on there. And of course, you can just go over to the Winnipeg Jets, whatever, just Google Winnipeg Jets website and you'll get it, no problem. 15:09 to go here in this first period. However, the Oilers avoid another shot on net, and then a man blows by the puck, and this one comes back to Ben Gleason, who's had a couple steady Eddie plays here to start this one until the Oilers almost turn it over high, then turn it over against the boards, and suddenly just danger happening in the zone. The Oilers not so careful with the puck. Shot comes in, and this one's the fourth line on the ice here. Caggiula, Hamblin, and Bourgault as they look for a little offense from defense. And maybe this one coming for Bourgault. Back the other way. Nice chip there by Caggiula. Now over to Hamblin. Hamblin over to Caggiula. Caggiula back to Bourgault. In traffic. Shot fired. Save made by Delia. But what a great sequence there from the Oilers' fourth line as Hamblin's helmet comes off. But the Oilers absolutely just threw a puck into an area, and Bourgault got a bounce, got a shot on net, and then all three players followed it up on net and made something of it. That was fantastic. Look at that stick to it with Xavier Bourgault there, and then Caggiula and Hamblin crashing the net looking for that puck and getting going. Austin, I remember the name. Absolutely. As we get things started here, where's the Winnipeg Jets website? Again, just Google Winnipeg Jets website. You'll see it. It's nhl.com/Jets or whatever it is. But we are off to a hot start here. The shot's now 7-5 inside the first 5.5 of this hockey game. Nugent Hopkins is going to win the draw ahead to Zach Hyman on a bounce. And Hyman's going to work himself through the Jets attack. And then a punishing hit there by Kane into the end boards for the Jets player as Bouchard's pushed off the puck by looking to be a much bigger player, I guess you could say. Still a weak play there by Bouch as the Oilers transition through the neutral zone. Jets get it at their own blue line. They'll play it D to D to try and bounce it off the boards and get out. They do. Turnover to the Oilers at the center ice dot. Nugent Hopkins slows the play down, chips it ahead. It's going to be picked up and played across by Kane off the stick of a Jets player over to Zach Hyman. And now down in behind the net in the Jets zone as Hyman gets spun off the puck. Hyman will look to play this one deeper as that's a nice cutoff there by Nugent Hopkins to get possession back. Good little area play, and this one's going to go back over for Evan Bouchard in his own zone. Nice cutoff there by the Jets player. Got a deflection in on Ollie Rodrigue. Last year, if that was Jack Campbell, that would have been back in the net, but thankfully not. Here on Rodrigue this evening, 13:30 to go in the first period of play. As you see, the scoreboard says 0-0. And we are back the other way as the Jets continue to push into the zone. This is going to be turned back by Declan Chisholm. I think it's Declan if I'm not mistaken. And this one's going to be worked on in behind as the Jets push this back to the point. The shot loaded up. Save made or blocked in front. Either went off a Desharnais or Lowry in front. And now Derek Ryan's got it. He'll play it ahead, and he's got Peterson chasing alongside him. Here's Fogle going in the corner with Peterson for support. He'll peel off and go to the far side looking for the pass. Lowry, however, has it for the Winnipeg Jets, and it comes back the other way. Here's the Jets loading up a slot shot. Ollie Rodrigue denies him just like that. And Patrick's got the link to the games, so we are going to replace pinned message just like that. Message pinned. There you go. It's been a long time since I last had a non-Dolynny TV message pin there, but Patrick does the hard work for me and gets that going. So there you go. 12:33 to go here in this first period of play. The Oilers work ahead. Shot fired on net. And it's going to go scrambling in front, still loose. Another shot, rebound off of the glove of Delia, and the Oilers regroup. Here's Holloway working in front. He's still battling there. This one picked up by Akey. The shot blocked in front by the Jets defender. Akey still pushing through. He's trying to find this puck. And again, the Jets will flip out to center and get past. And here now the Oilers burnt back the other way. Breakaway for the Jets. Shot, scores! Ollie Rodrigue beat on a bad breakaway there as Toninato scores for the Winnipeg Jets. And it makes it 1-0 to open the scoring here, 12:05 into this first period of play at Rogers Place. As that puck took a nasty hop on Gleason is what Bob Stauffer's saying, which is not wrong. And it ends up in the back of the net as Toninato turns on the Jets. Obviously, that's an NHL player against a guy who hasn't played in the NHL in a couple of years. and Gleason slow on the get back. So that's tough, but it makes it 1-0 for the Winnipeg Jets, and we'll have a face-off at center ice. Hamlin against Lambert. Here's the fourth lines go back-to-back, and Stoney, welcome back in as well. Don't think I caught you earlier on, but 12:02 to go here as this comes around the boards. Bourgault will play it on deep. They have gotten some feature time here early in this one. 11:55 remaining on the clock. Nice play there. That is not going to be a trip against Nurse, I don't think, as the Jets player kind of followed through and fell on the stick. 11:48 to go here in this first period of play, however. As, can I show on the TV and not talk? Unfortunately, I can't. That's copyright material, and I feel like keeping my channel around for as long as possible. We're doing some good things here. And guys, I wish I could show you the game. I wish I had the rights. That'd be really cool. I mean, as a rights holder of the NHL, that'd be huge, but just unfortunately, that's not the case. As there's 2 tickets up for grab to the Heritage Classic Lower Bowl against the Flames on the Oilers 50-50 this evening. If you feel like throwing down some dollars, that's something you could do. 11:48 to go here in this first period of play. 12-7 the shots on net for the Jets. They've been pressuring heavy throughout this whole first period, so no surprise they find the back of the net, and no surprise that it's Toninato against a guy like Ollie Rodrigue, because obviously too, Rodrigue has yet to play an NHL game as opposed to Toninato, who's played some NHL games. So, and Xander, what am I watching on? I'm watching the Oilers Plus feed. I've heard that you can watch on the Winnipeg Jets website, which is why Patrick's got the link pinned at the top there. That is the Jets live video link for those of you who want to be able to watch the game as well. We're currently on commercial break, however, so just to give you an idea of where we're sitting here on the live stream, friends. Silo, welcome in as well as we go here 4-5-5-3 times. We are already up over 182 hours watched on the stream, so thank you so much for being along for the ride this evening, friends. If you are new to the channel, what I need to tell you right now, as the sight lines are different on this stream than they used to be, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. That would be greatly appreciated if you could come hang out with me throughout the regular season, as I'm sure we're going to have a great time talking Oilers. As, yeah, we're down 1-0 right now, but that's probably not going to last too long tonight, hopefully. And secondarily to that, we shouldn't be down too much throughout the year. Back to action. The shot from the Jets gets blocked in front. Oilers try to transition back the other way. A sloppy exit pass gets picked at the blue line. Jets remain on the attack. Shot blocked again there by Bouchard, who's going to have to step up and block a couple of shots this year and hopefully not get injured for the Oilers. So stay tuned on that front as Bourgault comes digging on the puck heavy along the corners, because we saw him get spun early. And here's Trey Caggiula. Great opportunity to shoot. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Bouchard back down over to Caggiula. Caggiula back to Bouchard. The bomb's loaded. Shot fired. So goes up over top of the net. 11-13 as Delia makes the save that keeps it 1-0 for the Jets. And the Jets will exit the zone as Winnipeg comes back down the ice. 2-on-1. The shot blocked there by Darnell Nurse on a sliding boot save. What a beauty from him there. That's what you like to see. Those kind of dives, I'm not going to get upset at too much there. 10:50 to go here in this first period of play as the Jets will work ahead. And this will go on down to Broberg. Broberg will scoop it ahead, turn it over though. Jets fire up a slot shot, blocked in front or goes wide. And this one worked back to the point now in the recovery by the Jets. They'll shoot down again. And there's Ollie Rodrigue making another save and doing his thing. He's had 14 shots or maybe 13 shots against, and he's made 12 out of 13. So he's been solid. And watch this. Oh, that was actually a save for Ollie Rodrigue. I thought it was a boot save there from Darnell Nurse, but it's actually Brad Lambert shooting it right off the pads low of Ollie Rodrigue. So amazing to see there. He makes a good little save, and that's good for us, as we are good to go there. So here we go. This one's back the other way now. Desharnais, area pass over to the on-waiting Ryan Nugent-Hopkins as it comes back down towards the net. Delia just about played that. Hyman interrupted the defense, regrouping that puck, and the Jets still trying to come up with a clean possession in their own zone. They've got it, but the Oilers' attack is pressuring them heavy here. They've got that 1-3-3 format going throughout the center of the ice, and that's going to allow the Oilers to come up with it this time. Here's Evander Kane. The shot fired towards the net, blocked. Kane retains possession along the boards. Here's Hyman now working in there with him. Comes right in front, and the Jets able to free that one up and come back the other way as this will be transition again through the neutral. Oilers cut it off at the blue line. Bouchard gets it all the way pushed down, and Nurse behind Rodrigue. Now back to Bouchard. He'll lead the zone exit. He'll go cross ice. A couple of tips back into the Jets' possession. And this one will be worked back to the Oilers' blue line, where they almost got called for too many men on the ice. And now, well, 1-0 here with 9:38 to go here in this first period of play. Fogle across the ice. A couple of juggles of that puck. He'll fire towards the back of the rink. And this one now will be played along the boards by the Jets after the recovery and back up the other way. As Lowry through the neutral, now across the Oilers' blue line. Nice little play there by the Oilers to seal off the boards. And again, seal it off good enough to get it out of the zone, as Derek Ryan was able to force the Jets back into their own end as they'll go D to D here. 9:10 remaining in this first period. 1-0 lead for the Winnipeg Jets. 12-7 the shots. And so far, so good, right? Not a bad period from the Oilers. They've obviously had their chances, but the Jets looking sharper so far. And again, too, I think the Jets have a little bit more veteran NHL presence from their regular lineup than necessarily the Oilers do. However, right, the Jets not necessarily starting as many top-end guys as the Oilers are, other than the captain Lowry is there for the Jets, and maybe some of the bigger studs like Perfetti and Lambert down there in the farm system. 8:36 to go here. The Oilers have cleared the zone. This one comes to the side of the net in behind Delia, as this continues to be a battle here for Holloway, who just swims around a man. I mean, Dylan Holloway's lost a couple of pounds this summer, but that looked like a solid, steady, hard play there by Holloway to win a puck battle. And now here's Gleason in behind. He's had a little bit of a rough go, obviously taking the minus on the goal there again for the Jets, unable to catch up to Toninato on the back check. Here's Gleason still looking to make this pass. He'll go along the boards, and the Oilers flying down the wings as they try to transition through, but can't get done there as Gleason comes up the ice and throws a heavy check. Doesn't knock the Jets player down. Shot fired up over top of Ollie Rodrigue. And this one now goes in behind the net as Bo Akey paired up with Ben Gleason, able to ride the man off the puck. And here comes Akey into the corner again. He'll get stick checked, but still able to make the play as Xavier Bourgault will play it ahead. And then James Hamblin clears the zone and gets it done. So here we go. This one back across to the near side from the Jets as they go for a line change, and peeling off is Chipnikov, I think, as he will go off onto the bench. And the Jets get the top line out there as there's Perfetti picking the puck up ahead, missing the puck. And now here's the Oilers offside as Evander Kane was a couple or 2 or 3 steps over the line. Pop and CDM, you can check the pinned comment from the Oilers fanatic up top. That will take you directly to the game. You can watch there, no problemo. So make sure you do that for sure. As right now, I'm going to quickly give you guys an ad, see if it's working on the back end. But I'm excited to see, obviously, how things are working out here on the channel so far today. And let me tell you, it's been a pretty productive afternoon here on Dolynny TV, as we've gotten a little bit more than I expected out of this preseason stream, to be honest with you. Let's be honest. And Mirren, welcome in as well, as just to give you guys an update on the watch time, something I do regularly here as well. Give you an update. We are almost at 200 hours, 197. There is potential that we could go for a grand total of 500 watch hours on a preseason game. That would be absolute insanity, that is for sure. But again, friends, if you are new to the channel, you've been enjoying things, right? Obviously, this isn't what most of us had hoped for today, I'm sure. But if you are new to the channel, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Unlike Oilers Plus, it's completely free. It just helps you get the videos that much faster. And if you want to get the videos and live streams a little bit faster than that, you just click the bell right next to that subscribe button and click enable all notifications, and that will get you set up with live stream video notifications when I post something here on YouTube. And I'd love for you to do that, because obviously the sooner you get the news, the better, right? That's the case anyway. Subverge, what are the lines? Well, let me tell you, the lines are up top. It's Zach Hyman, Evander Kane, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Then you've got Lane Peterson, Warren Fogle, Derek Ryan. Then you've got Brandon Sutter, and Dylan Holloway, and who's on the right wing over there? Somebody. You get the gist. You got Nuge, Hyman, and Kane in the lineup as the big boys up front. Holloway's in the lineup. Lavoie's not. Nurse and Bouchard are on the back end. Broberg, Darnay are a pair. And it's Ollie Rodrigue in net. That's the Coles notes and pretty much all the notes. But 7:20 remains here in this first period of play. as the Oilers will work it along the boards. They push off the Jets from the puck and get it fired back down into their own end. It looks like the camera has gotten a little blurry here on the Oilers stream. And now back the other way, Nugent-Hopkins transitioning. Here's a shot, save made as Kane, a solid, heavy-looking shot on Delia. Just couldn't pick a corner and just about had one there for the Edmonton Oilers off a great pass up ahead through the neutral by Mr. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. 7:01 to go and just a great feed across the blue line. Kane skates into it, fires a heavy wrister, and just about found it right there. So the Oilers obviously would love to try and break this one back to a dead even score, as Broberg's going to rush it off the face-off. Kind of bobbles off an edge of ice along the boards, and he's being battled there. That one tipped back down low. Here's Foegele firing that one back around. So he'll go back to Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan back down to Foegele, who evades a puck battle and niftily works along the boards as the Oilers continue to try and come up with it. Fogel's dumped. No penalties so far in this one, but it looks like we might have a penalty call upcoming here, as I'm not sure if the Jets or the Oilers took it, as both teams were fighting in the corner. Here's the referee with the call. Cross-checking, it looks like against the Jets, because that would have been Warren Foegele getting dumped there, as here's Foegele battling for that puck, and then there's the check from DeMello throwing down Mr. Warren Foegele to the ice. Obviously, do we expect the Oilers to convert on the power play? Hopefully, but I doubt that is the case. Kane, McDavid, Hyman on the ice, as well Lane Peterson out there, another right-hand shot, and Evan Bouchard remains on the ice as well, as per the usual, as the Oilers tip it back to Bouchard, who's unable to keep it in, and then it goes into the Jets bench. So pardon me as I lost that one there for a second, but it is what it is. And we'll have a face-off somewhere along the Jets side of the ice. 6:30 remaining here in this first period of play. 12-8 the shots on net for the Winnipeg Jets, as the Oilers to the power play looking to cash in here. This one cleared down by the Jets. Camera operator, no clue where that puck was, no clue the speed. That's fine. Everybody, it's preseason. Evan Bouchard will lead ahead here. 6:17 remaining in this first period of play. Picked up now by Nugent-Hopkins in the Connor McDavid place as Hyman leads ahead to Peterson. The shot fired towards the net. Goes up over top of Delia as Kane, heavy on the puck, fights it into the corner. 6:04 to go and about $1:30 remaining on the power play as the Oilers continue to battle. And Jets doing a good job tying up. It's a 7-man scrum along the boards. That is crazy. You don't see that too often. Must be preseason. The Oilers come up with the puck, however. Here's Nugent-Hopkins. He will go back to the point. Bouchard unable to load up the shot there. Back to Bouchard now, who will look over to Nugent-Hopkins. Nuge, the sneaky wrister for the tip in front. Scores! Zach Hyman doing the dirty work. Puts it home. And welcome back to it, friends. The Oilers on the power play and get the first goal of the season. Just like that. 5:40 to go in this one, and the Oilers tie the game up. And Leo, where am I watching? I'm watching on Oilers Plus, although you can watch on the NHL.com link at the top of the chat here. It's pinned right there. And Zach Hyman, just some hard, gritty work to put it home on Connor Delia. And just an old-fashioned, old-timey Zach Hyman goal. As a nice tip down there by, well, I think that's Evander Kane in front. Getting it to Zach Hyman off the pads of Delia as Delia's out of the crease and Hyman just bangs it through a couple of times. We like to see it. So here we go. Back the other way now. Picked up by Bouchard. He will fire ahead. This one area pass there. Brandon Sutter finds it. This one's going to work across the line. Sutter lost track of that puck. He's still checking hard to try and come up with it. Couldn't do it. And now this will be behind the net for the Winnipeg Jets. Now this one's going to go back over into Jets possession, far side of the boards, picked up through the neutral. This one worked there by Brandon Sutter, who just falls on the puck more or less, and that allowed Matthias Janmark. That's the guy that's missing from the lineup that I had earlier. In the lineup this evening, he's been out there working. He had one good skate down the left-hand side of the ice. Couldn't get a shot on net, but still looked like it looked good. And good to see him moving his boots. But here it comes down the length of the ice. How about this? That's James Hamlin moving his boots, forcing Connor Delia to play that puck instead of an easy icing call. And the Oilers' fourth line has something cooking for a brief moment before... No, never mind. They still got something cooking. Here's James Hamlin. Shot fired. Ooh, save made by Connor Delia. And here's Xavier Bourgault on the retrieval. Drake Caggiula back in an Oilers uniform, fighting it to the front, blocked there by the Jets. And this one will transition back the other way as Akey now in a foot race against one of the Jets players. Jets get back into position to support the puck and fire another shot towards the net that comes all the way down the length of the ice. And Brandon Dillon will pick up this puck. I don't know if that's Dillon or DeMello. I don't know who number 5 is on the Jets. I think DeMello is not on the Jets anymore. I actually don't know what's going on here. Anyway, 1-1 the score, 3:55 to go in this first period of play. The Jets will fire a shot towards the net, blocked in front again. The Oilers pick it up, and the way they come the other way, Akey's going to chip this one from the red line all the way back into the Jets zone. Perfetti picking it ahead and just about had it past the Oilers line of defense, but couldn't get it done. And this one now fired by the Jets back the other way, blocked there on the dump in, goes into the far side corner. Desharnais reverses, and this comes back the other way now for the Oilers to lead ahead. However, the Oilers will see the Jets retain possession in their own zone, come back and fire it down low behind Rodrigue, and Fogle touches up for the icing call. Jaden, welcome in, and Xander, if you sub, can you get a shout out? Well, my friend, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, and I'd thank you for it. And I'm really not sure what a shout out looks like in the year 2023. I know what it used to back in the day, but unfortunately my YouTube skills may not as sharp as they once were when I was part of the MLB and NHL gaming community, but there we go, 3:20 to go here in this first period of play. 1-1 the score as Zach Hyman scores on the power play to put this game back to an even draw. 3:13 remaining here as the Jets and Oilers continue to battle along the boards. This one comes free. Fogle sees this one battle along the boards as this comes all the way now in behind Delia. Derek Ryan doing the best not to take a hooking or a holding call. Warren Fogle loads the one-timer, shot saved by Delia, and the Oilers suddenly, after all of this, have tied the Jets in shots and on the scoreboard here this evening. Feels good to be back, friends. I mean, I have missed this Oilers hockey stuff in a long time. If you haven't already left a like on the stream, definitely make sure to do that. I know some of you do, some of you don't, but if you haven't had a chance, let me know, and be greatly appreciative of that as well, as we are continuing to go on along. Buy one, get one 50% off at Ice District Authentics as Mitchell and Ness, the Nostalgia Company, get things kicked off for the start of hockey season. Looks like they're having a good little sale to start things, that's for sure. And it looks like, to my friends that watched the Winnipeg Jets Oilers preseason game from last year, my apologies that you had to watch that. That is a long time ago already, and you see how much things have changed if you've ended up in this live stream here on Dolynny TV. And as they throw a commercial, I'm going to throw you guys a quick ad as well. See if you get that. Let me know. And I'm going to quickly take a moment to add things up here on the stream as we are crushing along what is going to be a pretty solid day of Edmonton Oilers coverage here on Dolynny TV. Excited to be back for another year of doing it, let me tell you that much. And as we get going here, just so you know, we're up over 221 hours watched. And Xander, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button, and thank you everybody else that has hit that subscribe button throughout tonight as well. I haven't had a chance to check. We'll check in the intermission as well. It's the next time I'll run that personal ad of mine. As one thing I forgot is how sore my wrists get sitting in this chair and leaning the way I do. I've been back on the push-up train here recently, and it feels like I can definitely feel the burn, as they could say, in my wrists recently here over the past few weeks. As here comes Brandon Sutter to take the face-off alongside Matthias Janmark and Dylan Holloway. And Xander, you're looking for that shout-out on your YouTube. Let me know what you do. What do you do on YouTube? That's a good question. As we'll continue along here, friends, Brandon Sutter against Adam Lowry in the face-off dot. Two former dot rivals from way back when, doing it back here in 2023. 2:50 to go for the Jets and Oilers. This one's going to be played in behind. The Oilers pick it up, and we'll get it back to the point here. Loading the shot is Desharnais. Remember, he had a couple of key assists early in the Oilers season last year. Here's Desharnais in behind the net. He will come back in behind to the near side boards as Broberg now struggling, turns the puck over. Janmark sees it go back to the point. The shot's going to be fired towards the net, blocked in front. And here's Sutter retrieving over to Broberg, far side corner. Broberg under duress, fires it ahead and turns the puck over for the second time in a shift. Shot fired towards the net, blocked in front there, thankfully. And the Jets still with the puck here, working it around. They'll fire it back to the blue line. Shot now over to the far side. Again, loading, save made. Two twigs on the ice there for both teams. And this one's going to be worked ahead now by the Oilers, thankfully fired on down deep. 2 minutes to go here in this first period of play. 13-12. The shots on net for the Winnipeg Jets. as this one almost got out of control there for the Oilers on 2 bad Broberg turnovers. And the Jets again, easy zone entry, shot fired, save made by Rodrigue, turned around back in behind the Oilers net, far side corner, picked up there by Darnell Nurse. Big shot absorbed by Derek Ryan, who gets it down the length of the ice. In this one, the Jets will work in their far side corner, picked up now and working ahead through the neutral, loading ahead. The Jets attack, and here comes the shot, but it bobbles off the stick one last time. So this one goes back around to the other side, and this one's going to be played on down low. $1:20 to go now in this first period. Delia touches up, so it's not icing. Jets complete the line change, and now 1-1 the score remains. Xavier Bourgault on the ice now, chasing the Jets attacker as he rushes the puck up the ice. Doesn't go into the bench somehow, and the Oilers, nice little pick and roll there to get the puck up the ice. And Hamblin pushing it across the blue line, picking it ahead is Kajula. Hamblin still pushing that puck. Couldn't get it going. Here's Kajula seeing to try and push a man off the puck. Couldn't do it. Jets still with this one. Will fire it down into that far side corner. Gleason's going to have to make a play. He does. Nifty little chop of the puck. Makes the attacker miss and slam into the boards. And that frees it up into the far side corner for the Oilers to just kind of swarm defense it and come up with that puck. Here's Akey rolling ahead. He'll roll around Gleason and now pivot and start up ahead. He'll slap. No, he'll actually just fake the slapper, skate across the line, dump it in, and that will get going. There we go. This one now back the other way. Chisholm will fire it ahead, and this will pretty much cook the rest of the clock here as Rodrigo will fire it across. And to answer that question, if we will see Picard in the second period, I think we'll see him switch probably halfway through the game the way Rodrigue has been playing early in this one. There we go. That is it. That is all for this first period of play. Friends, we are done one in Edmonton to start the preseason game 1 of a potential 118 this season. That is absolutely insane. Administer, it's 20 to 12 at night in London right now, but enjoying the stream even if I have to work early tomorrow. My friend, I'm going to be in that same situation as you here right short as soon as this game ends. Got to be up and at work for 8 tomorrow morning, and obviously too the drive and coming off of the first stream of the year, it's going to be a grind, but we will do as best as we can. So as we get going, Xander again, anyone that's wanting to check out Xander's just asking for that shout out. First time I've had that happen this year, so I don't mind sending folks your way there, Xander. So definitely if anyone clicks through, same as I asked for Patrick there earlier tonight. And Tony, thank you for the compliments. Hopefully it gets sharper as the season goes along. That would be fantastic if it does. And let's go here. Cindy, where's the link to watch? At the top of the chat, friends. If you're just tuning in, looking for the link, it's at the top of the chat, pinned there, that comment from the Oilers fanatic with the wrench next to his name. And let's go here. Oilers still need more grit and toughness, says Bringle. Well, let's say we've got that coming, right? If you think we didn't acquire Clint Costin until what? October 9th last year, we got time. We got time. No problemo there. So, all right. Chris, welcome in as well. And we should be good to go here in a matter of moments. And thank you, Patrick. It's just kind of difficult to do it all myself at one time. It will be really interesting to see if I'm able to get things stepped up here a little bit more. There's a couple more plans here in the off season, or once the regular season starts, should I say. All right, friends, right now, if you are new to the channel and have had a good first period watching, I'd appreciate if you have a YouTube or a Google account and you can hit that subscribe here on the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. And as well, once you do that, if you'd be so kind to hit that, click the bell and get notified for videos button, that'd be great as well. So there we go, friends. I'm going to take a brief moment. I'm going to throw up that subscribe ad, and I'm going to go refill the water bottle, grab a little bite to eat, a little cookie, you know, a little Oreo action as per usual. Always keep those on hand every hockey season, and I'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in. All right, friends. Well, we got good news here on the stream. Let me tell you, that's not what I expected right out of the gate. But we have crossed 12,600 subscribers to start the year, as I guess that subscribe ad is doing something right out of the gate. 12,611 to start things off, so that's fantastic. Thank you to all those that have hit the subscribe button. That is greatly appreciated. Looks like we're going to have the audition day for the Orange and Blue Ice Crew. So that's exciting to see what they're up to this year. Always a big part of Rogers Place events every single year. And just as we go here, friends, as well, what I'll do is give us an idea of what we are looking at here so far on the live stream. You know, it's been a big live stream to start things out here to begin the preseason. And as we go along here, we are dividing that for 245 hours through the first period and the pregame. So we are well on our way to getting things kicked off for what will be a probably top 5 live stream all time here on Dolynny TV once all's said and done, to be honest with you. Shawzy, welcome in. And you're going with saying Akey, Lavoie, and Savoy hopefully turn some heads. I think Akey's done a good job so far. And I think Lavoie and Savoy are going to get some chances here next game tomorrow against the Winnipeg Jets, when the Oilers will probably ice a little bit of a different lineup than you saw tonight. And as well, Chris, thank you for hitting that subscribe button as well. And Xander, I'm glad Patrick could do that for you. That is greatly appreciated as well, Patrick. And to say that, Zenmo, Kane will score 40. Well, if he ends up burying him like he did on the 2-on-1 with Connor McDavid last night, which you can watch the short of on Dolynny TV, still not sure how I feel about doing that kind of stuff. But again, it's something that's kind of fun and exciting to be able to do once in a while. Preseason content doesn't really matter, I guess. But hopefully, we see what ends up happening here for the Edmonton Oilers as we get going on here. The Edmonton Oilers Jumbotron thing just sitting, waiting, kind of doing nothing here. But as we recap it, was Zach Hyman from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the power play. I think maybe Evander Kane touched that puck, not entirely sure. Guess we could go check that out. As it's Nugent-Hopkins and Evan Bouchard who get the assists on that goal. So go figure. The Edmonton Oilers power play unit scores a goal in Game 1 on the first power play of the preseason. Who would have thought? Not me. Anyway, the Oilers out-hit the Jets 10-1. It did feel like they were pretty rugged there, or 10-8, sorry. Did feel like they were pretty rugged there at times throughout the game. 11-7, the face-offs for the Edmonton Oilers. 1-for-1 on the power play. 3 giveaways for the Oilers to the 3 giveaways for the Jets. 5 takeaways for the Oilers. That does not seem accurate. Although the Winnipeg Jets somehow have more block shots than the Edmonton Oilers, which I thought it would have been a little closer than 10-5. Henry, welcome in as well. And Tanner, can I drop the link for the Oilers stream in the chat? It is at the top of the chat, pinned there by the Oilers fanatic. You can go in there and find that link to the game. That is the Jets stream, but hey, it's free as opposed to the Oilers stream, which you have to pay for like I am, right? That's kind of tough. But we're good to go here, and it looks like Patrick, who's doing a fantastic job tonight. I've joked all summer long, especially since we hit September with some of the news pieces we've had. I'm like, man, if this video really does what it's going to do, we're going to have to give Patrick some extra drinks at the home opener, as he's been saving them up all summer. I know him and I haven't had many chances to really catch up and do our thing, so I know we'll have to kind of go out there and run amok, I guess you could say, at Rogers Place. Not really advocating that we do that, but you just never know how the mood hits you. But again, kind of just thanking Patrick there for everything over the summer, and of course all the work he's putting in here in Game 1 of the preseason. That'll be key for me as we get to Rogers Place and we kick off what will be a real special 2023-2024 home opener. The Oilers fell shorter than they did the year prior, but the expectations are higher than each of the previous 2 years this year. So it's going to be a real fun home opener. And friends, I'm looking forward to seeing as many of you at Rogers Place as possible. Obviously, hey, even if you don't have a ticket to the game, come on down, come down early, come to the Molson Hockey House. I can almost guarantee you that Patrick and I will be hanging around at Molson Hockey House as we get things fired up. That's usually a pregame destination for us. I know too, we'll probably have to stop over at Boston Pizza there on 104 to get things fired up for lunch as we watch some of the coaches and stuff come on in. So it'll be really exciting to get back home, I guess you could say. That's, if there's ever a place that is home for me in Edmonton, it'll always and forever be Rogers Place. So I'm looking forward to doing this all again for another crazy year alongside you guys, and I'm really looking forward to getting it going here the rest of the way home tonight as well. Zed, you're hoping that Ekholm can help Broberg this season like he did Bouchard last year, and that's just it, right? If Bouchard struggles away from Ekholm, you can always knock Broberg down, but I'd assume that you want to keep Broberg up on his offside with Matthias Ekholm helping him as much as possible, just to try and figure out what you've got in Philip Broberg as early as you possibly can. So the first period summary: the Jets 13-12 in shots, 11-9 the hits for the Oilers, 10-6 the blocks. Okay, that makes more sense. And the Oilers winning 61% of the face-offs according to the broadcast. That is good to note. And as well, my goodness, have we ever had a big day here on that pregame? I apologize to those of you that checked out the Winnipeg Jets Edmonton Oilers pregame prior to tonight's live stream, because it seems like a lot of you have tuned in over the past hour into that as well. So it's been a busy day, and obviously too, the excitement for the Oilers season is here, so that's fun too. And yeah, I will drop right now, if you haven't had a chance yet, I'm going to drop the link to that video from earlier yesterday, where I will go drop this if you're looking for a little pregame viewing fun, as or intermission viewing fun. Do Oilers trade? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to type. There you go. There we go. Let's put that up there. And Zedmo, the October schedule is tough. Home away, home away, home away all month. Yeah, that's usually typical of the October schedule. It's never really been favorable to us. So hopefully we get something going out of it there. And Shawzy, if the Knights struggle, do the Oilers try to acquire Stevenson? I would take Stevenson in a heartbeat, to be honest with you. That is found money for the Vegas Golden Knights. And if he could be found money for the Edmonton Oilers, why not? And Sanduk, just as you go here, 5 games in 7 days for the preseason. Yeah, it's going to be a struggle here. It's going to be a big time get up and go. I guess that would be what? Game, day off on Tuesday, game Wednesday, day off on Thursday, or game on Thursday, and then day off for game, and then game on Saturday. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I guess we do play Friday. I know that much. We play Calgary on Friday. I've already had an offer to go to that game, and we'll see what happens here in these preseason streams to say if I'm going to the game on Saturday or not. And Zedmo, Nurse and Desharnais can play together. Yes, they can, but the only problem is now you're knocking down Broberg and Kulak, or Ceci and Kulak, and you're not putting the money where it needs to be, I guess, is the biggest problem. And I think Desharnais too. Nurse is not a defender that can raise Desharnais up, whereas Kulak is, if that makes sense. So as we get rolling here, friends, of course, this is about the time of the stream, even though it's only 5 o'clock. It's about the time of the stream where the old cats want to come visit. So here's my little girl, Kitty, here. She's gotten a little older over the course of the summer, as you can see here. She's not quite as plump, I guess you could say, as she used to be. She's gotten a little skinnier here, and she's had a couple of health scares throughout the summer, but she seems to be in good spirits, doing well, eating 2 different meals, breakfast and lunch every day, and looks like that guy got a haircut from that look. But as we get going here, here's the first period highlights. Really nothing much out there other than a big hit there from Dylan Holloway. Sorry, I thought that was Evander Kane who threw that big hit. And of course, friends, if you don't know, the Cats were a big part of the playoff live streams this year. And hopefully they get a chance, especially my old girl here, to be a part of it again in the spring of 24. Hey, boo? Yeah, hopefully. Like that. And I'm back, and I see Tyson's got a friend. Yes, my old girl Kitty here. She doesn't really like the shoulder as much as maybe that 3-legged guy of mine, but obviously she is still quite the cuddler. And now her big thing though lately is, I don't know if it's the shampoo I'm using. I'm using a mint shampoo. Doesn't seem really to matter where she licks, though. She likes to lick me every time. But yeah, she doesn't like the shoulder as much as that 3-legged guy of mine. But you, hi. All right, you want to go down? You're kind of irritating me here, kitty cat. Yeah, you're kind of irritating me. Because, as you guys can't see on camera, she's got her claws right in the lower chest, so it's kind of irritating. And now the side of my face is going to be itchy, but hopefully we're good to go the rest of the way home. And let's just see what we've missed here on this last few minutes of things. As what do we got? Anything. As Oilers line up against Winnipeg today. Oh, sorry, that's an hour old. That would be why. There's nothing really much here other than obviously the Miami Dolphins absolutely scram-daddled the Denver Broncos today. That is hilarious, to be honest with you. Yeah, you know what? The Miami Dolphins put up 70 in a football game today. That is absolutely insane. Predict how many points each Oiler gets this year. Joe, yeah, it's a lot of work to do that, obviously, and I think, too, once we actually know what the roster looks like, that is something that is possible. Scout your dog, your cat or dog, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Oh, my goodness. Is it 5 o'clock yet? Can I have a nap? Your dog sleeps on the floor all day and does nothing. I took my dog for a walk today, and he struggled on the walk back. But of course, right, it's tough. I'm walking him on the side of a hill as I'm out there picking cans out of the ditches on the highway. What do I expect him to do? And Joe, catnip and mint are in the same family, so she's definitely into the shampoo. Yeah, I figured that out a couple of weeks back when I switched to the mint shampoo, and all of a sudden, just like the whole side of my head, as soon as I put her on my shoulder, was wet. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why? And yeah, she absolutely loved it. And I know my other three-legged cat, he used to get into, you know, those, not Burt's Bees, but the round ones, whatever the round ones used to be. They're like an egg-shaped lip chap. He used to literally try and rip the cap off because he could smell it in there. And if you left it open, he would run away with it and try and eat it as best he could. So, definitely. And Xander, the jerseys in the background, none of those are up for sale. That's the big thing. This one, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that watched the channel last year, you would know. You can kind of see a 3 there. Yeah, you can see a 3. That's a Yes Pugliarvi jersey from last year. There's a reason you can't see the numbers. The Oilers are just about back on the ice. This is my first ever Oilers jersey right here. This one was my treat for a very bad month in January. This one, of course, I had to buy because I had to buy it. And this one was a Christmas gift, and this was a Christmas gift to myself back in 2016, I believe, 2015, somewhere in there. So, $70 back in the day. Yes, it's a pool party. Yes, a Pugliarvi jersey. And we are going to have to go out and get I think Stuart Skinner jersey this year. I think that's the only way. It is the way. And we are ready to rock and roll for the second period of action. Friends, welcome aboard if you're just tuning in. What I will say right now, if you haven't had a chance yet to hit that subscribe button, you just got through the intermission with me, make sure to do that. Play-by-play yet to come here in a matter of moments, but I'd love to have you aboard the rest of the season, as this is only game 1 in the preseason. So let's stay tuned to that and see what we can do throughout the rest of the year. And just as we go here as well, that pregame is cooking along still. I don't know. Half Oilers logo on the hat above the Canada jersey. Yeah, so that is actually an old hat that I bought when I first moved down to Airdrie. I got it engraved with, well, stitched in with my name on the side there. And it looks much older than it actually is. It's purposely looks old. That was the style of the CCM hats at that point, and obviously it's gotten beat up at work over the years, but that's where we're at right now. So the Oilers fans going crazy in the crowd, trying to get things started here for this afternoon's second period of play. Friends, we still got 2 periods of hockey to go. That is exciting in and of itself. So here we go, friends. Let's gear up and get going here in a matter of moments, as we are just about ready to fire things up. And now we will, with the face-off at center ice. Hamblin wins it back against Lambert. Oilers D-to-D in their own end and up the boards through the neutral. Tipped on down, no icing call. Delia out to play it. Backhand to the near side boards. Jets fired around the boards and back to the blue line. Picked up there by Akey across to Gleason. The Oilers start the third pair and the fourth line in this second period of play, as this one goes down deep into the Jets zone on the dump in by Gleason. An Oilers player gets absolutely trashed along the boards. That's Hamblin. Not a very big kid, so unfortunately he goes flying. And 1-1 our score as we kick off the first 33 seconds of this first period. It hits the ref along the boards. And now the Jets still trying to make the play out of their own end. And here's the Oilers just pressuring tremendously. Huge hit, and then a follow-up hit. Thereby, I believe, Ben Gleason or Drake Caggiula. And back the other way, though, the Jets transitioning through the neutral in the meanwhile, get down deep in behind the Oilers line. And now back to the blue line it comes. The shot fired towards the net, deflects wide. A short side shot off the boards almost works for the Jets. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets can continue to roll around the Oilers end. This one bounces off of Nugent Hopkins. Nuge will play it down low to Darnell Nurse. Nurse now wandering with the puck. He'll play it ahead, and if you're just tuning in after finishing work today, welcome aboard. Hope things went well on a Sunday afternoon shift. I know I used to pull that all the time back in the Brick and Cold Lake. As here's Evander Kane, shot fired towards the net, blocked in front as it kind of misdirected along the side. And again, friends, as we fire up here, if you're looking to watch the game, the link to watch the game is above, pinned in the chat there from the Oilers Fanatic, who has done a fantastic job all afternoon of keeping us up to date with what we need to know. Here's Philip Broberg getting crunched along the boards. It's going to be worked there to Evander Kane, who plays ahead to Zach Hyman. Nugent Hopkins stick not on the ice. He was going for a line change anyway. Calls it off and goes back the other way. Here come the Oilers back into the defensive position. Jets miss 2 passes. Back down by Schmidt, or whoever, yeah, is that Schmidt? I think Schmidt's 88. Shot fired towards the net, however, and look at that. Calm, cool, collected. Ollie Rodrigue picks up that puck, freezes it, and we will have a stoppage in play. And Zach, yeah, that's the only place to watch for free. How's Oilers Plus even working for me? It's working really well. It's working really well, actually. I haven't had any cutouts on the stream. They went to bars and tone once. That worried me, but we are completely fine so far through the first period and a little bit shot fired towards the net. Here's now a look by Lowry, denied by Rodrigue. Good looking blocker save there by Rodrigue as Derek Ryan swims around the defender, sends him flying into the boards. And the Jets continue to pressure in the attacking zone. This one will be worked there by Lowry. He'll be crunched into the boards there by, I believe, Broberg. And now working back the other way is Desharnais across. And here's the Oilers again being battled off a puck as they've been running around in their own zone this shift. Now maybe a chance to clear. Here's Fogle skating up along the boards. He's going to plow right into the Jets zone. Head of steam, kind of got down deep into the zone a little bit more than I expected there. And the shot is going to be fired back in onto Delia, who will lose his stick on the play. And the Oilers again kick that stick around. And it's all the way into the far side corner there. So Delia will have to get something going. And this one will go down to the near side. And the Oilers will play this one ahead. This one worked now by Dylan Holloway. Holloway in towards the net. He'll fire a short side shot that goes nowhere. This one back to the point. Gleason will backhand it down deep again. Janmark battling for the puck. A little reverse hit gets it going. And maybe a chance now for the Oilers. The Jets still converging on the puck. This one, Brandon Sutter now trying to get in. And will be played past him. So after a little bit of good work there in the first period from Brandon Sutter, still not quite the sharpest out there on the ice. That's no problem, though. He's got plenty of runway here in camp to make something happen. I wouldn't be surprised to see him play 6 games before he's up and done or up and on with the Edmonton Oilers. Back the other way, here come the Jets now. They will enter the Oilers zone, backhand it down deep, near side corner, shot fired off the blocker of Rodrigue. We've got just over 4 minutes gone here in this first little bit of the second period, I guess you could say, as this one's going to be played ahead. Weird chip there by Caggiula. And Hamlin's going to come up with his puck. Caggiula peels off. Back to the point. Here's now skating in Darnell Nurse. Firing a short side look in the front end. Caggiula couldn't pull the trigger on the pass from in behind the net. Now Bouchard over to Caggiula. Or is that, yeah, I think that's Caggiula. No, that's Nurse. Shot fired. Save made by the Jets goaltender Delia. And it looks like there's somebody down or something happening here. And we will have another stoppage in play. Scout that license plate in the background. There were only 2 of those ever made. That's the problem. I had a buddy working at a custom shop in Cold Lake, and he was able to get those going for me at one point. And he'd made one for me, and then a guy from work asked for one, so I got him one. And he was pretty jacked up about that. You can see in traffic at about 4:50 every afternoon in Airdrie, you can see a Dolynny TV license plate going up the QE2. That much I guarantee. It's actually pretty interesting. I catch it all the time in traffic and just smile. But here we go, friends. Back face-off in the Jets zone. Looks like another power play here for the Edmonton Oilers. The refs have no problem giving the Oilers power plays here early in the preseason. And I have to take these off. These are legitimately hurting my eyes at this point. I've worn them a lot today. So it is what it is, but you know what? Glasses are only meant really for about 8 hours a day. Here I am wearing them since pretty much Yeah, about 7 o'clock this morning. Here's Evan Bouchard at the point. He'll go across to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins working down low. Now back to Nuge. Nuge will go high to the point. Bouchard skating along the blue. Now back into Nuge. Down low. Area pass. Shot fired. Tipped in front. Scramble at the side of the net. Played off there by Delia. And looks like the Oilers might have just taken a tripping call. Evander Kane did. Taking out the defender as he sprawled out for the puck. Trying last second to keep it in the zone. 15:02 to go here in this first period of play. That's a tough one there for Evander Kane. Spirit, welcome in as well. Glad to see you love the Oilers. That's good news for us Oilers fans already in the chat, wouldn't it be? And we are rolling along here as we continue to rock and roll in this one, friends. As the Oilers just about were able to cash in another golden opportunity there to score a goal. It just wasn't meant to be. And with 15:02 to go here in this second period of play, James Hamlin wins the face-off back. This will be worked ahead by Philip Broberg. Broberg down the length of the ice as he has got a head of steam. He is moving well off to Dylan Holloway. Shot fired, blocked in front. Far side, picked up by the Jets. They are going to exit the zone on a weird kind of bobble play. Across the line, Chisholm is offside. And 780, my friend. Good to see you. My day is going well, to be honest with you. It's been obviously a good game for the Oilers so far, so we'll see what we get out of it the rest of the way home here. About 14:45 remaining in the second period. I hope your day's been good. I know Kaner there will be getting online here tonight, and we'll be able to hopefully rip some shell or rip something for the first time in a few weeks. It feels like I really have not had much time to play games at home lately, and two, it's been a grinder doing all those house-sitting gigs, but hey, you know what? It's always good to be able to go out there and help my friends out a little bit when they need a little help, as this one's fired into the corner by the Jets. Picked up by Lowry. Play at the blue line, almost goes offside. Doesn't work, though, in the Oilers' favor. And back the other way now. Picked up. Oilers coming ahead, I think, across the line. This is going to be tipped down low. Now picked up there again by the Oilers. Back to the blue line. Oilers doing a good job transporting and moving the puck. Bo Akey with that last rush. 14:05 to go here as this comes back again to Warren Foegele, who just will calmly skate around the zone as this Oilers' second power play unit turns over the puck to Adam Lowry, who will fire it down. Akey gives him a what-for shot, and 13:52 to go here as Warren Foegele leads across. Not a nice play there by Brandon Sutter to try and get it down low. Didn't work out, and here's now a shot for the Jets. Backhand, backdoor opportunity, didn't pan out. Jets with possession, back to the blue line. Half wall actually, and this one comes back. Now a shot towards the net, not going to work out for the Jets. Still looking for a shooting zone area. Nothing coming. Nothing coming. That puck is bouncing around a lot, let me tell you that much. As the Jets get it back to the blue line now here. This one back to the near side boards. Shot down low. Jets just looking at all the angles, not finding anything against the Edmonton Oilers here. Finally, something opens up. It goes over top of the net. 13:08 to go here in this second period of play. Shot fired towards the Jets player is, or the Oilers player is out of the box. Here's Evander Kane now out of the box. Pass in front to the back door, and Delia makes the save. I kind of forgot that Evander Kane was in the box, but what an opportunity for him. The Oilers sprung him just on time, and the Oilers just couldn't bury that chance for Brandon Sutter. Look at Evander Kane turn around, and look at this nice little back play there for Sutter, who just couldn't jam it under the pads of Delia sprawling out. Alark, welcome in as well, as the Oilers really did some good work there on that penalty kill, I guess you could say, given the Jets not much to look at. And Kane with a little underrated hands play there. All right, friends, if you are new to the channel and you haven't already, if you'd be so kind to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV today, that would be really greatly appreciated. I know it's been a great afternoon of hockey so far, so if you'd be so kind to consider doing that, that would be greatly appreciated, that's for sure. And I'm just sitting here looking at myself, and it's like, yeah, hockey's back. Hockey is back. And it looks like they've got the big boys in the race here for the Century Downs, Century Mile Derby, actually. Century Mile is up in Edmonton. Century Downs is here in Calgary. And it looks like we're going to have a race here. But, yeah, no, it's exciting time, right? The hockey's back. Everything's going to be hopefully good to go here this season. And obviously the hype there is quite substantial. So we're going to see what's going on. And Oilers After Dark has more viewers. That's surprising. I think he might be streaming the game over there. I'm not 100% sure. That's what Patrick was saying. So stay tuned for that. 12:52 to go here in this second period, however. Let me tell you that is the big part right now for the Oilers. Is we've got plenty of time left here in this second period, and hopefully the Oilers can pull off what would be a very important first game after kind of battling back from adversity, right? They were down 1-0. Now they're trying to come back and win this one, tied 1-1 right now, so hopefully things come together, but yeah, I'm not too worried about it right now. It's preseason. Brandon Sutter's looked decent. And I think, too, the Oilers haven't had really any issues. Bo Akey's been steady Eddie. And so far, so good in this one to start. All right, this one's going back along the boards. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll fire a shot towards the net. Save made. Now Kane rips the short side. Rip, couldn't get it on net, blocked in front. Now Nugent Hopkins to the far side, supported by Bouchard. He'll take the roll at the point, will Nuge. Kane fires the shot, blocked in front again, or tipped. And here's Nuge charging down the slot, trying to pick up that puck and fire it. Oilers top line rolling here all of a sudden. Bouchard fires a shot up over top of the net on another block by the Jets, who have been stopping everything here. And this one keeps rolling around the side. 12:09 to go here in this second period. Flipped ahead. Picked up there by Mr. Evander Kane. He'll play it ahead. Tipped off his stick by the Jets. Back the other way. They'll fire it in along the boards. Fought back there by Darnell Nurse. And picked up and fought back the other way by Zach Hyman. Loading up the shot. Fires it just wide of the net there. And now 11:50 to go here in this second period. 1-1 the goals so far. Here's the loaded shot from Broberg, tipped in front again off the pads of Delia. Side of the net, rebound wasn't there for the Oilers. Back the other way, Jets fired in. That's really all they've been doing here this period. And now an opportunity for Broberg to move it off to Desharnais. Desharnais skates it ahead. Nice and mobile skate there for him. Good to see his boots moving this preseason as well. The Oilers have looked good skating anyways so far. And back to the point, Broberg's going to play this one down into the corner. Short side bounce. Freed up onto the stick of a Jets player, and that will exit the zone for him as they make the move. Broberg gets the skate in the sticks, doesn't get called for it, and he will just play it ahead off of an Oilers stick and out of the zone. And this will go back down into the Oilers' end again. 10:55 to go here in this second period of play, friends. As the Oilers continue to roll along, Desharnais will play this one ahead. This goes down, length of the ice, and that will not be an icing call. The Oilers continue to come for it, and this will now be Bo Akey picking up this puck. He'll play it ahead over to Ben Gleason. Gleason will play it off the boards and down into the middle of the ice as Gleason, again, the roughest go of the Oilers defense so far tonight, being beat to a puck that ended up in the back of the net on a 1-on-0 breakaway as Akey's just tangled up there in the back corner. Couldn't really do much. Rodrigue makes the save, and now Akey's back to his feet, throws everybody offside with a little dipsy doodle at the line, and then fires the puck in, takes a hit for it, and 10-10 remains here in this second period of play. The Oilers rolling along so far in a 1-1 game. This one now picked up by the Jets. They'll roll in the near side corner. Back now to the point. Shot fired. And Rodrigue swallows up the one-timer from the blue line with 9:58 remaining on the clock. You like to see it. And again, sorry I did that. My apologies. Let me just play this there for you. Throw you an ad. I'm going to quickly check this all again as it looks like things are rolling along on the channel here this afternoon, like I said earlier. It's been a very good afternoon. Good to be back. Great to be watching Oilers hockey again. Obviously, this feels like Oilers hockey because it's at, obviously, Rogers Place as opposed to, somewhere like Penticton. But again, friends, if you are new to the channel right now and it's your first visit by, what I want you to do right now is hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Would appreciate if you'd be so kind to do that and stick with me for the rest of the NHL season. That would be greatly appreciated. And secondarily as well, if you'd be so kind to hit that bell notification button so as you get notified of videos as they come up, or live streams for that matter. That would be great too, as we've got the Oilers spelling bee right now on it, and it looks like all the fans tuning in here watching. And what do we got? Stuart Skinner. He's got the first one right. There you have it. Oh, Man, I haven't talked this much in a long while, to be honest with you. I don't even think I made it fully through that Flames-Oilers game, so that's very interesting there as well, that we've kicked off the preseason the way we have. And as well, I don't know if you can fully see them. I think the light's doing a good job covering them up tonight, but you can see after last year, there's a little bit more gray in there. Let's just say that. The Oilers did a little bit of goodness to stress me out there throughout the postseason, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. We'll go do it again, and hopefully maybe have the intention of being fully gray by the time I'm 30 with a Stanley Cup for the Edmonton Oilers. Why not? Let's get at it. And friends, if you haven't hit that like button as well yet, make sure to do that. But as we keep going here, friends, the Oilers spelling bee is over. It's a face-off to the left of Ollie Rodrigue. 9:58 to go here in this second period. No goaltending change there from the Edmonton Oilers. That is interesting. We are halfway through this game. And Scout, you've already got Stuart Skinner on your fantasy teams. That is dedication. I think my fantasy draft is October 6th, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be interesting as well. But here the Oilers go, scrambling this puck around in their own zone. Brandon Sutter turns it over. Shot fired, save made by Rodrigue. 9:40 now as the Oilers continue to roll here. Puck played down low. This one goes around the boards. Janmark rolling around the zone. Bouchard cuts that pass off. He'll immediately turn it over as the Jets player skates into this. Oh man, what happened in the? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Ollie Rodrigue is down, and he is. He was looking at his knee. 9:27 to go here. I wouldn't be surprised if that's it for Rodrigue. Doesn't look like the trainer's coming out. Maybe he is. Goaltender interference coming up here against the Jets as they, I don't think they meant to run Rodrigue. DeMello's talking about it. I'm like, I don't know. But 9:27 to go, and this is an interesting turn of events. Rodrigue, who is number 3-4 on the depth chart, is that the Oilers player Bouchard taking the interference call? Or is that the Jets player skating through the blue paint and taking him out? Rodrigue, who's holding his knee. It will be a power play for the Edmonton Oilers, so good news there. Face-off gets going. Back to the point. It's one back. Here's Bouchard. The shot fired wide of the net on the deflection. Good-looking angle there to see that whole thing load up. And that was just about it. As Chloe, I'm watching the game on Oilers Plus, but you can watch it on the NHL.com link at the top of the chat, pinned by the Oilers fanatic there, as here come the Oilers across the blue line. Looking good. Puck possession, puck movement into the zone. Kane fires it back. Here's the shot from Nuge. The one-timer fished out by Hyman. Back to the front of the net. Kept in by Bouchard at the blue line. He'll go across now near side to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Nuge working around. RNH now over. There's the pass. The shot coming. Nuge open net. Blocked in front. Not a chance. Nuge had all day to shoot that and just couldn't find the seam. 8:42 to go here in this last half, of the second period. Oh my goodness, I have got to get my hockey terms back under me. It's been a whole season of rodeo, you got to remember, as this one's going to go back, fired down in by the Oilers. Lowry, Fogle, referee, tie up, kept in by the Oilers, shot fired, bounces off of Delia. Now the Oilers continue to play this one down low as this will be backhanded by Fogle. They continue on the power play. Holloway looking for his goal. Of course, it is Hyman, Nuge, and Bouchard with the points so far. Nurse with the pass down low to the wall. Now Nurse back with it. Holloway again. He'll fire the shot. Loads up and rips it wide of the net. Akey backhands over to Bourgault, who goes back to Akey. Akey will skate this one off the wall. Back to Bourgault. Finds an open Holloway. Back to the point. Here's Nurse. Nurse looking over to Akey. Akey's going to load up the shot. Go down to Bourgault. The shot fired. Save made by Delia. And this one will now go to the point down the length of the ice. And this will be all the way into the trapezoid. Oh, that one took its time. And unfortunately, Oilers goaltender Olivier Rodrigue, who's completely fine by the looks of it, unable to play that one. Nurse leads ahead on the power play still as the Jets have a few more seconds shorthanded. This one worked in down low. They will come up with possession, will the Jets. 7:20 to go. This one played ahead, now turned over. The Oilers able to keep it in the neutral zone for the time being. Gleason plays it ahead. Kajula off the boards looking to play this one into the zone. He does. Derek Ryan tied up. Hamlin gets it onto the stick of Kajula. Rips the shot. Save trickled through Delia. But the save counts as it goes wide of the net. And the Jets pick up possession, bat it out into the neutral zone, all the way back down to Desharnais at his own face-off dots. This one D to D to Broberg. He'll go ahead, play it up through the middle. Kajula almost comes up with this puck, can't do it though. Jets back the other way. Here they come down the wing. The shot fired, flipped up on, and now back into the near side boards. 6:40 to go here in this second period of play. Jets continue to roll along. They will roll into the corner now. Back to the point Heinola went. Shot fired, blocked in front, and it goes to the far side in front of the benches as Perfetti picks up and gives off to Ville Heinola, who goes ahead now to Broberg. This one picked up now by Perfetti again. He will get back to the point. Heinola over. Now the shot loading. Comes back to Perfetti on the near side dot. Didn't work out. Perfetti's going to fire this one back to the far side. And this one just is a whole bunch of passing from the Jets that led to absolutely nothing, to be honest with you. Back the other way across the line. Here comes Holloway. He will bat this puck out of the air. Miss it, however. And the Jets battle it to the corner. Now as possession comes back for the Oilers, it's a shot from the point that breaks a twig. And this one goes wide of the net and into the far side corner now with 5.5 remaining here in this second period. Bouchard down low to the far side boards. Here's Gleason now near side point. Shot fired. Man falls in front. Sutter's taken down. He gets back up as he's net front on this possession. For the Edmonton Oilers, the shot faked there as they will continue to roll along. Bouchard over to Gleason. Bounces off the stick of the defender back into the neutral territory. Bouchard picks it up. He'll work it ahead all the way onto the tape of Delia, who fires it back into the neutral zone. This one there by the Oilers, picked up at their own line, worked ahead now. Nugent Hopkins off to the on-waiting Zach Hyman. Hyman across to Kane, fires a shot, and just as deep as Delia was, makes the save, gloves it down on the Kane shot with 5:09 to go here in this second period of play. 22-18, the shots for the Oilers. That was a lot. I'll be honest with you. There was a lot happening on that whole sequence there. And it just feels good to have hockey back. I will tell you that much, as we got a little moment in the action here to get things going. As we get going here. And let's go here. 8499. It's 2.55. So 360 hours to go here on the live stream. As we are, well, just about 140 hours away from the 500 goal that we used to have in the, obviously in the playoffs. We'll see if that pans out to be the case tonight. But here's Hunter doing his thing right now. Doing the Freddie Mercury impression. And let's go quickly check this, friends, see what we are missing here so far. It's Dominic Tonnato from Brandon Dillon was the goal-scoring start for the Winnipeg Jets. Zach Hyman from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Evan Bouchard get things going. Edmonton from Winnipeg, 21-18 the shots, 17-16 the hits so far, 17-19 the face-offs for the Oilers. And obviously right now all of the other stuff doesn't really matter because it's a tie game and it really doesn't lead to why we are where we are. Either way, Strathcona Warriors or something are in the building right now, and the Oilers fans going crazy for everything. Everybody's having a good time, enjoying being in the building for the first time this season. Obviously, yes, it was fan day yesterday, but this is a contested match with NHL referees in the whole 9 yards, so keep that in mind. 5:09 to go here. Nugent Hopkins will take the face-off against Brad Lambert. So fourth line for first line, Oilers Jets. 5:09 to go. Oilers win the face-off back. Here comes Gleason. He'll play it down the boards along the end wall. And this one now scooped up by Nuge after a little bit of a sloppy play there from the Jets, as it'll be worked back to the point. Here it goes now over to the near side. Shot from Kane. Blocked in front. And this one comes back to the point. Nugent Hopkins plays it ahead. And this one shot down low. 4:49 to go in this second period of play. Worked ahead now by Broberg. That's Akey. Again, ED, I just assume Broberg because that's what we've been used to the past few years. And this one worked in behind by the Oilers. Hyman will go along the boards now. Far side. Play it back down low behind the net and continue to roll along to the Oilers. Coming up with pucks in the zone and turning over. And here's Hyman again. Rushing in behind the net. He'll roll around, look for the shot to the front of the net. Nice play Almost had Nugent Hopkins right in front. Couldn't do it. Nuge gets another puck turned over. He'll do it again as he pushes to the near side boards. This Jets line is under siege here in their own zone. Nurse will look to do something with this puck. He'll play it off to Bouchard, who is calling for it. Now coming off the bench is one of the Oilers players. Shot fired in front. Delia sees it go right up off him, up top, and fired off the glass. Kept in there by Nurse again. Here's Bouchard. Oilers changing actively in the zone as this one shot towards the net, blocked in front again. Derek Ryan throws a little bit of a stick at a guy, and now this will be a Jets exit as they will go down the length of the ice. Tipped off there by Peterson as he gets it back in Oilers possession. 3:40 to go here in this second period. Fogle plays it ahead, can't do it as this one continues to work, and this continues to go into possession for the Oilers. Jets really unable to exit their zone the last two shifts. And here's Nurse firing this one to an area on the far side boards. Takes a hop off the ref. Derek Ryan, good pass back to Bouchard, who absolutely fired that on net. Got a good shot through. Delia, just a better save. 24 out of 25 so far tonight. This one on behind the Oilers net for the Jets. They continue to roll along. This one comes back to the point now. Shot loading. Jets rolling around the zone. Shot fired towards. Can't do it. Bouchard's going to battle there. Can't seem to find that puck off Adam Lowry. 2:54 as this one continues to roll around the Oilers' end now. This one comes back. Here's the shot fired out of the zone. And that will be a high stick against the Oilers or Jets somewhere. Stop the play either way. And this has been a good game so far for the Oilers and Jets and friends, as I'm saying. Cheese 2K and Hockey and Gaming, welcome in. But if you're looking to watch the game, go up to the NHL.com link at the top of the chat. That is where you want to check it out. That is for sure. 2:45 to go here in this second period. 1-1 the score so far as the Oilers and Jets engaged in battle late in the second period. Brandon Sutter in to take another face-off. Jansen Harkins will take it against him. Sutter loses that one. I assume he's won a lot tonight so far. Stick gets knocked out of Broberg's hands. I don't know if it broke or it just popped out on the block shot as Broberg getting back into position. He's going to fight to the middle, blocks the deflection in front, and it looks like maybe Broberg lost it because it stunned his hands. That, I guess, would be the case. And look at this one here. Yeah, that one just a good save there from Ollie Rodrigue to swallow that up. Tony, how's Delia looking? He's looking solid so far, to be honest with you. Right, 24 to 25 saves. The Oilers have had some good looks. That Evander Kane one, probably his best robbery of the night, to be honest with you. And even the goal that beat him was just a good old classic Edmonton Oilers power play goal. So not like there was anything really more to that than it should have been. 2:25 to go here in this second period of play as we roll back to the Jets blue line. They will keep it in, or Oilers blue line as the Jets keep it in, and they will hammer a shot on net. Will Heinola, a little something afterwards there from Vinny Desharnais, and that will be that with 2:18 to go here in this second period. As Desharnais is getting a little bit of attention from the Jets players. 2:18 to go as Boakey, Bourgault, Hamblin, Kajula, and the boys will roll onto the ice. Ben Gleason out there. That's something you'll be looking forward to seeing in, of course, Bakersfield this year is this line right here. Other than Boakey, who will go back to junior this season and then more than likely get the promotion to Bakersfield the following. As the Oilers continue to free this one up. Nice pass there. Almost worked out, but Hamlin just about turns it over. Oilers on the good retrieval, get it ahead. Kajula works it there, and this one will be worked ahead now by Hamlin. Kajula back, plays it over to Ben Gleason. Gleason will play it across to Akey, who again has looked just the same as he did in the prospect games. Flashes, promising, and exciting to watch so far through this one. 1:46 to go here in this second period of play. Oilers get down low into the zone, but the Jets turn them back almost immediately. Back the other way now, Nurse over to Bouchard. Bouchard will play this one ahead, and this one will be played off some skates there as the Oilers trickle it into the Jets zone. Just high at the blue line is pretty much as far as they're getting, and Bourgault's still battling there with Hamlin and a Jets player. Couldn't keep it alive. 1:20 to go here in this second period of play. This one played ahead and down the length of the ice. That will be the Jets working this one now into their far side corner. Oilers retrieve the puck, however. Nurse is going to drift one on net, goes up over top. Rebound, nice save from Delia. actually never made it. I think it was on the tape of Kane. This one shot towards, I think Delia got a part of that with the blocker that time. 58 seconds, that one fooled everybody. 55 now remaining as this puck continues to roll around. And the Oilers will regroup at their own blue line. Nurse to Bouchard ahead. Now worked in by the Jets, fired in towards the net. Stopped there by Rodrigue, who will likely spell off in the third period for Calvin Pickard. And this one's going to be worked backhand there by the Jets, trying to find a shot on net. They still can't do it. 34 seconds to go. Now across to Mello, fires the shot. Save made by Rodrigue, battling in front. Jets back to the blue line. Now here's Dylan. He's going to load up. Play off to the waiting man. The shot fired. Save made by Rodrigue with 18:06 to go here in this second period of play. Friends, oh my goodness, we are just about done this hockey game now. As Darnell Nurse drifted that one on net. And the Oilers really couldn't find much, if at all, anything there in terms of shooting lanes. Look at that one. It goes up over top. Then a nice, actually Delia with the pad save. I thought there was something to that. Just kicking the leg across. And it goes off the skate of the Oilers or Jets defender in the backside to stay out. So 18.6 to go here in this second period. 25-21 the shots for the Oilers, who at one time trailed 12-7 in the shots department. And this one worked now by the Jets off the face-off. They win it. They'll battle it back down low into the corner. Now played into the face-off dot area. Oilers come up with a chance for one more rush with 9 seconds remaining on the clock. Peterson hasn't really had much to his game tonight, but steady Eddie, a couple of good breakups on the back check. And that, my friends, will do it for the second period of play. 0-0 on the clock, 1-1 in the score column. 25-21 the shots on net after is all said and done. Thank you so much for being aboard. We got another period upcoming. But just right now, if you are new to the channel, what I need you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. That would be greatly appreciated if you could do that. And we will go there as well. If you're new to the channel or returning, I need you to consider hitting that notifications button here on Dolynny TV. That would be greatly appreciated as well. So, what else do we got? Not much, that's for sure, as we should be good to rock and roll here the rest of the way home. Obviously, too, just give you a quick idea of where we're sitting on the watch time, friends. As MPM, yes, Oilers Fanatics got you. Patrick's taking good care of everybody in the chat. Fun game so far. Yeah, no, the Oilers are looking exactly the way the Oilers should. They're not getting beat up badly. They're playing good, obviously playing against a more veteran Jets squad. This is a really good NHL preseason struggle. I like it, right? Both teams legit defensively, legit offensively, and both goalies looking good. I'm not complaining at all. It's been solid so far, and right now 383 hours on the stream is going to be excellent as well. So things coming together, friends. It's been a good afternoon of hockey, and we look forward to seeing more and more of that as the preseason goes on. And just to say, it has been an absolutely fantastic day to be back doing this whole Edmonton Oilers thing. I will tell you that much. It's been a long time since we got a chance to do a live stream like this, back since Game 6. And yeah, look at things go. It's been a good afternoon of hockey so far. Just to catch up on the goal scoring summary so far, Dominic Toninato and Zach Hyman, your goal scorers. Toninato from Brendan Dillon and Hyman from Nuge and Bouchard on the power play. So the first goal of the preseason, when the big boys start playing, assisted by Bouchard on the power play, a secondary assist, go figure. That's where we find ourselves right now, friends. I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break, refill the water bottle, and get right back to it. Thank you so much for being aboard. I'll be right back. All right, friends, to those of you that have hit that subscribe button, thank you very much. We'll take a quick check of that right now. I guess we should see what that's all about, as I'm sure we've had ourselves a pretty solid go here, as it's been a very lengthy stream so far. What are we up to? 2 hours and a half so far. And let's just quickly go take a look at those subscribers. As like I said, it's not everything, but it does mean something. 12,625, the new record here on Dolynny TV. Holy moly, that is crazy, as that's the largest number I've ever had. And we continue to look forward to 13,000 here, hopefully before the end of the month. Zed, fun game so far, as you said earlier. Yes, it's been a good one. If you're just tuning in, the Oilers have looked good. Not exactly scoring a bunch of goals, but they've been defensively reliable. Even when they've turned the puck over, they've been steady Eddie enough to get it back or block the shot or prevent themselves from being in trouble. And secondary to that, you know what? Dylan Holloway's looked good. Brandon Sutter's looked good. Everybody's really looked good so far for the Oilers. So that's been a welcome sign for us as it currently stands. Adam, you're coming in trashing the Oilers. Well, again, the Oilers and Jets tied 1-1, so I can't really trash the Jets. So I'm just going to hopefully see that. We've had a pretty good afternoon of everybody being pretty solid in the chat so far. So hopefully nothing too crazy happening here in this third period. Maybe a little bit of brawling. Who wouldn't mind, I don't know, a guy like Lane Peterson or a guy, I don't really know who the Oilers have in the lineup that could be throwing a few knuckles. I guess maybe Ben Gleason. I guess he could, yeah, maybe Ben Gleason could throw some hands. I don't know. But I don't think it's also been that game where you need to have a face-off fight or necessarily even throw hands for no other reason than maybe a dirty play at the end of the game or something. But you know what? That's it. That's all as we continue to roll along. Again, friends, what I will do, if you did not catch Oilers trade rumors from earlier yesterday, I'll take it on good authority, because I've got it on good authority that we're likely to see a trade here in the preseason. Kind of a similar thing to that Klim Kostin, Dmitry Samorukov thing we saw last year. That much I can tell you. And Stoney, you were getting squirrely. Well, let me tell you, so was I. I was getting pretty bored there. You probably saw some of those videos that probably shouldn't have been videos, but I just literally needed to post something to feel like I was doing something hockey related day to day. And Adam, am I streaming the actual game? I wish I was. Unfortunately, I'm not. It's copyright material, but at the top of the chat, the Oilers Fanatic has the link to the game. You can go check it out there. It's the Jets stream. It's not the Oilers stream, but obviously if you're not a Jets or not an Oilers fan, that would probably be ideal for you. And friends, if you haven't already, hit that like button on the stream. Let's do it, because I'd like to try and finish up over 100 likes here on the stream. We're at 69. Nice. Here this evening, so if we could get that done, that'd be greatly appreciated as we roll on towards this third period of play. Again, the reminder, Dominic Tominato and Zach Hyman, your goal scorers so far this evening. Hyman on the power play from Nuge, and who else? Evan Bouchard gets the secondary assist. He'll pile up a ton of those this year as the season goes along. And again, as I just quickly check the old watch time one more time here, it's getting really, really close to that big 500 number in terms of hours, so that's piquing my interest quite a bit. We're at 393, so we've got about 107 hours to go, which would be, right now at this current rate, 107 times 60 divided by 2. So we got, okay, we can get her done this afternoon, no problemo. I think we got a chance here. Who scored for the Oilers? FS, it was, of course, yes, Zach Hyman on the power play, as I just mentioned. Sorry if you didn't catch that, as we are just ready to get things rolling here in a matter of moments. Tony Brower, Paige Martin on our television screens right now. I'm just going to quickly go check Twitter, see if there's anything happening here. It looks like BW from Oilers After Dark retweeted Patrick's lines there, so that's why I'm getting some mentions on Twitter right now. X, whatever you call it nowadays. What do we got going here? Intermission poll. Do we think Ollie Rodrigo has listened to Guts by Olivier Rodrigo? Okay, that's a hilarious little whatchamacallit right there from the Oilers joke. What else do we got? Still 1-1 from the Oilers and Jets, and of course Fantilli making his preseason debut for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Joey Votto ends up finishing off his career with the Cincinnati Reds by the looks of it, and Bo Akey is him so far here in this one. He's been looking pretty solid and giving us a lot to talk about throughout this game. And yeah, that's really all there is to it right now, friends. We're just rolling along here in this intermission. Should be good to go in a matter of a few minutes time, and then the Oilers get back to action and we kick some butt. Yeah, Kane can chuck him. I don't want Kane chucking him though. That's the big thing. I don't want Kane chucking him in the preseason. If he wants to throw him in the regular season or the playoffs, have at it. If he wants to throw him right now, I can't have that because I can't have him getting injured. And sad as well, you want to go up to the Oilers Fanatics pinned comment, which will have the link to the Jets stream, which you can watch for free instead of watching on the Oilers stream here on Oilers Plus. 13-8 for the Oilers. Delia stealing the show so far for the Jets. 69% face-off win percentage for the Oilers. Nice. As we continue to roll along, 9-8 the hits for the Jets. Final scores out of town scoreboard. 3-2 for the LA Kings over top of the Arizona Coyotes. And yeah, I guess I should just say pinned comment. That would make everybody's lives so much easier. LA Kings take the Arizona Coyotes in Melbourne. And then you've got the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Washington Capitals losing to the Buffalo Sabres in a shootout. And then you've got 3-2 final for the Ottawa Senators over the Leafs. 4-3 for Mini over Colorado. Interesting scores have all been one-goal games so far tonight. The Bruins currently up 3-0 on the Rangers squad, which I think is more of a Hartford Wolfpack squad, if I'm not mistaken, at current. And they've got about 17 minutes to go in that third period. The Arizona Coyotes and Dallas Stars, I guess, never got things going. Pittsburgh and Columbus, another split squad game. 2-2 with just 6 seconds remaining in the first period over there in that game. And then that should be pretty much everybody that is up and underway tonight. LA and Anaheim kicking things off here in the first period. Vegas and San Jose underway in about 15. Same with Vancouver and Calgary, who will kick off at 6 p.m. here in Calgary. And that is what we got going, friends. It is rocking and rolling here so far. It's been a good first 2 periods of play for the Edmonton Oilers. Like I said, that Zach Hyman power play goal, what a way to kick off the preseason. A typical goal there for the Oilers. Looks good as it always has, and hopefully it transitions into a little something for the Oilers here down the way the rest of this game. And it looks like it's been a big afternoon for the back end stuff here as well, so that's exciting. And just to give you an update one more time on the subscribers before we roll off into period number 3, friends, as it currently looks 16-28. So thank you so much again from everything that I've done today for hitting that subscribe button, because it's greatly appreciated as we roll in to the new NHL season. And it's finally nice after what was a very quiet summer to cross that 12,600 marker, and we're well on our way tomorrow to beating that 12,750. I'm sure of that. So there we go. We're just about ready to rock and roll for this third period, so let me roll over to the period highlights. This is what we're going to watch on Oilers Plus. I'm going to throw up the subscribe and go grab some more water and be right back. All right, friends, let's do this. The Oilers, the Jets, period number 3 upcoming. Glad to be back with you. Just had to go refill the water bottle, of course, but we are rocking and rolling along. And Mr. Farrakhan, welcome in. Thanks for being along for the ride. And Sad's an Oilers fan. We love to see that. That's awesome. And good game so far for the boys. Yeah, no, it's been solid for the Oilers. Hopefully they continue that through the rest of this third period. Obviously, when you throw out this squad that we have tonight, and they play a 1-1 game against the squad that the Jets have tonight, and you're out there playing hard, you're out there making up for your mistakes. That's, I think, what I'm going to call this game the most for the Oilers. They've had a lot of turnovers. They've had a lot of just tough plays with the puck, and they've been able to make up for them, right? You think about last year and the way that some of those pucks would end up in the net, that sequence where Broberg turned it over twice in one shift, high and low in the zone. You think about just some of those pucks that have bounced around the Oilers zone. They haven't been able to retrieve them from the Jets along the boards. They've extended shifts by 30 seconds and still not given up a goal. That's fantastic. Again, you give up that goal that Ben Gleason just can't get back on. That sucked, right? You don't want to see a D-man getting beat. But again, Ben Gleason is number 9, number 10 on the depth chart, relatively speaking. So it's not like we're sitting here expecting Ben Gleason to never get beat to a puck. So thankfully, that's really all it is. Scout, vegetable oil, olive oil. Olive oil is really good, right? You got to get that bread, a little drizzle of olive oil, some spices on there. That's nice. I don't mind a little olive oil bread once in a while. Had that Friday at Toscana in Calgary for a buddy's birthday. That was fantastic to get out with his family and go see things in Calgary. Obviously, his first time at Toscana. Toscana, always a fantastic, excellent service place. 2 locations in Calgary. This is not a sponsored ad, by the way, but if you ever get a chance, definitely go when you're down here in the southern hemisphere of Alberta. Come check out Toscana in Calgary. McLeod, Mahogany, great. Never been a Mahogany. I'm loyal to McLeod, but it is what it is. All right, just about 200 of you joining along for the ride here as we are firing up for this third period of play. And Scout, oh my goodness, I was trying to avoid that. But there we go. Had to get 1 in at some point on the stream, and we'll get 2 in. There we go. We're done and dusted. We're good to go. Let's get on with this third period, shall we? Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. But who's going to score next for the Oilers? I think, you know what, for the Oilers, I wouldn't be surprised to see Dylan Holloway. I'll tell you why. Dylan Holloway's had some good flashes tonight. I think he's played a hard game, had a really good hit in the first period, and I think he's been a very, very valuable player in the Oilers system so far this game. And yeah, I'd like to see Dylan Holloway score. Patrick, I would tell you, I did want to say Brandon Sutter. I'm right there with you, and I hope it's Brandon Sutter because that would be fantastic. Would definitely put an exclamation point as to why he will be the Oilers' 4th line center this year. But again, I didn't want to go Brandon Sutter because I felt like that was who everyone else was going to say. So I went off the board, Mr. Dylan Holloway. Yeah. Watch me. No, I think Patrick's going to be right though. I think Patrick will be right. I'm just going with Dylan Holloway, obviously. Hollywood, clutch time, my thing. Zach, how are people watching this right now? Pinned comment in the chat, friends. If you're looking to watch the game, it's live on the Jets website. You can go on over there, watch it for free. Good to go, or you can go pay for Oilers Plus, get all that behind-the-scenes access, which I just did here over the past few days, so welcome to it. Brandon Sutter on the ice for the Edmonton Oilers to start this period. Out there with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, everybody else skating around. Bo Akey looking young and dapper as always. Kid's definitely got some good hair, I'll tell you that. It's well groomed. Chucker, going for the Jets. We're getting the chance going in chat here a little bit more substantially than we were earlier. Darnell Nurse coming in. I'm going to just run quickly and close that door if I can. That'd be great. We're getting kind of all the noise from the roommates upstairs, but it is what it is. And the shots through period number 2, 13-8 for the Oilers in that period. It was a good second period. I mean, scoreless, a couple of power play moments. Good time all around. And the bigger part is Delia and Rodrigue look like they're both going the distance here tonight. Okay, game on. We got the old Get Loud oil drop animation. Hey, let's do it. And it looks like we got Oilers fans all across the board here in Rogers Place tonight. No one I recognize. I never recognize anyone on these camera screens. At some point, I got to actually know some people, maybe. Leave the basement, you could say, right? Fair enough. As we get going here in this third period of play. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins wins the faceoff against Adam Lowry, and that will fire it up ahead into the Jets zone. And as the Oilers did all too often in the playoffs last year, 5 seconds into the period, it's an icing call against. And we're back to the right-hand side of our goaltender in our own zone. Ollie Rodriguez still in net for the Oilers. And welcome aboard if you're just tuning in. But Darnell Nurse getting set to face off here in the D zone. Nuge will take the draw against Lowry. This one tied up a couple of times. Jets come up with it. Shot from the point. Glove save Olivier Rodrigue. And that will stop us dead in the water again for another face-off to his right with 19:51 to go here on this third period clock. Friends, we are just so close to obviously finishing off game one of the preseason. Almost doesn't even seem real that we're watching game one, let alone that it's almost done already. 19:45 to go, and it will be definitely different not being able to live stream the home opener. Obviously, after hopefully streaming 5-6 preseason games, maybe 6-7, whatever we see. And hopefully things get going here as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins across the zone fires the shot. Nothing there. And this one now Zach Hyman working back as Adam Lowry gets it across. And this one goes ahead for the Jets in through the neutral zone and down in behind the Oilers goal line as Evan Bouchard retreats there. This one worked along the boards. Kane will play it off and get back into possession. Fully set up for the Oilers attack. Darnell Nurse in behind Olivier Rodrigue. 19:05 to go in the third period, 26-21. Gordon's got it figured out here. He found the live feed at the top of the chat there as well if you're looking for it. You know where he's there. So this one's worked across by the Oilers. Couple ping pong kind of bounces there for the Oilers and Jets in front of Delia. Nothing went back in the net though. And the Oilers will regroup in the middle of the ice. This one's going to be worked ahead. Now picked up there by Brandon Sutter, who Patrick has picked to score the next goal. I'm going Holloway. He's going Sutter. This one now worked by the Oilers, turned over in the zone, and Janmark picks up the shot, fired in front. Delia battles it off as he got pushed around his own crease, and the Oilers continue to persistently pursue the puck. Couldn't do it though, and this one goes back down into the Oilers' end, and now back in front, cut down there by Peterson. Peterson will chip ahead. This one across over to Dylan. Dylan now back into the Oilers' end. Nothing happening. He just dumps it right into the corner and the Oilers able to retrieve. This one though sky high off a skate. And this will be worked back the other way. Bo Akey on the ice with Vincent Desharnais. Vinny, Ollie, feels good. Like these are nicknames for guys that have obviously full names, but coming up through the Condor system, I'm going to get used to the nickname more than the real name. And here we go back the other way as this one for the Jets across the Oilers blue line again. Turned over there. Hamlin flips it ahead. Oilers have a break if Peterson can beat the D-man to the puck. He battles it there. The Oilers free it up. Jets good support off the boards, able to fire it back the other way. However, not enough draw weight, and it will be an icing call. Bo Akey touches up. 17:30 remaining here in the third period. And it is the Play Alberta logo on the Oilers home helmets this year. So not sure how I feel about that. Obviously there's a lot to be said on that front, but I guess, there is the charitable aspect to it, so whatever. But here's James Hamlin battling Cole Perfetti in the face-off dots. 17:30 to go, 1-1 the score. Hamlin face-off win. There's the shot from Bourgault. Save made by Delia off the face-off. A good-looking rip there from Bourgault on the face-off win. We just about had ourselves a goal like that in a span of 1 second. A good shot there from Mr. Xavier Bourgault. So Kajula is not a PTO. He is signed by the Oilers July 1st. Depth move to fill out Bakersfield and be a rosterable player throughout the regular season. Here's Kajula now battling in behind the Jets net. He'll pick it up, go back to the point. Now rolling there is Ben Gleason. He'll fire the shot. Tipped down there by James Hamlin. Couldn't come up with it. The Oilers keep it in. Bobbles over the blue line, however, off the skate. And now back into the Oilers' end. Gleason, calm, cool, steady, collected play. Back the other way. And until that goal went in against, I was complimenting Gleason's play. And I don't think he's really been that bad after even giving up that goal. He's definitely bounced back. A veteran player, a guy who knows how to take a hard hit in terms of giving up a goal and come back and play steady Eddie the rest of the way home. 1-1 the score, 16:56 to go here in this third period of play. My apologies. Getting all excited about the first period of play. It's the third period of play. And friends, we are rolling around here into the last 17 minutes of this hockey game. Unless we get bonus time. Obviously, overtime would be entertaining. I don't think we're going to pop off quite the same way we do in overtime during a regular season or playoff game, but we'll Probably see a little spike of friends coming aboard for that if we get a little chance to call 3-on-3. 16:54 to go here in the third period, friends. Again, I've talked about who's going to score next. Drop whoever you think is going to score next if you have an opportunity. I know some of you might not have an account to chat with me, and I would love to one day be able to do that if we can get that going. But again, I respect everybody's way of viewing YouTube, and that's completely fine. Here's the shot from the Jets, far side. Comes out short side, cut off there by Bouchard. Now back to the point as the Jets continue to try and keep it in. Heinola couldn't do it, and this one will be offside at the Oilers line. 16:28 to go in this third period. So yeah, that's definitely the big thing is, I mean, if you do have a Google account, just sign into YouTube with your Google account and you'll be able to hit that subscribe button, chat in the chat, whatever you want to do. That's always something open to you, as I know there's a lot of you from across Alberta and across the world that don't mind sitting up and chatting throughout the day. So definitely never be shy to say hi. That's something I definitely encourage in the live streams. 16:20 to go here in this third period of play. 27-22 the shots for the Oilers. Big thing is the scoreboard that says we're tied. The Oilers coming back the other way now. Jets chasing it. Heinola trying to do something here. He can't. And this will be battled back through the neutral zone. Tied up a couple times. Oilers free it up on the far side area pass from the Jets. Darnell Nurse in control. He's looked to have a very steady, very calm, poised game tonight. That's been huge. He's had some good defensive lane blocks, stuff like that. A couple of rips on net. He's looked fine. Darnell Nurse poised for a big year, I think. Finally, the breakout year with the big contract we've been waiting for, I hope. Gordon, welcome in. As you're coming back from going into the live feed. As we've got 15:35 to go here as this comes back down the ice as the Oilers battling along the boards. Broberg wins the battle, though. Good steady Eddie, just rubbed the man out along the boards. Take a what for along the boards after clearing the puck out of the zone. This one back the other way. This one fired off the stick of the Jets player, though, who will retrieve. Bounce it out to center, back onto the stick of the Oilers. Desharnais from Broberg, back up the ice. Desharnais flubs on the puck. Shot fired back in by the Jets, back across now the far side. Picked up there by Peterson. Desharnais under duress, able to clear it back to the point. And now Desharnais, off the failed attempt by Derek Ryan, will win the battle. Get it ahead to Lane Peterson and back the other way we want to go. As that will be dumped into the far side corner in the Jets zone. One there by the Jets on the entry attempt by the Oilers, and back the other way we come. As this is going to be a grinded out kind of game, as both teams just really committed to the system's play, I think, as two young Oilers fans win a puck that went over the glass, and that's fantastic for sitting in row one. And it looks like she was trying to try and give away the puck, but I guess not. We'll go to the crowd for right now, and Gordon, thank you for the comments here, as I do appreciate you guys enjoying what you're watching back home. It's the tough part. I know I can't provide the actual game, but knowing who I am and what I've done in my life, I know that I'm capable of producing enough of a product to sit back and relax and watch an Oilers game and call what I see on TV. Multiple angles probably make things a little easier, but it is what it is here. Is you know what, we have the best to work with that we have, so that's fine and dandy. As this one back the other way, picked up by the Oilers. Hamlin over the line as this continues to be worked around. Bourgault will pick this puck up, cut off by the Jets, and there we go. And Rem, you gave up the tickets and you're relieved you didn't go. I don't know, it hasn't been that bad of a game, but obviously 1-1, you're hoping to come out of the gates hot in the preseason, hoping to score a bunch of goals. It's been kind of a sleepy game in terms of goal scoring. Good systems play, though, I think. When you talk about what the Oilers are talking about changing this year, I think you've seen elements of that here in this game. They've kind of rolled around the defensive zone a little bit more this game as compared to last year, right? Man zone, whatever you want to say. And then as well, too, the 1-3-1 that we are hearing about being implemented in Kurt Levin's 9 Things article this week. You've seen a lot of that 1-1-3 so far in this game, so that's huge. Again, another example here as the high forward Fogle keeps back, and that's a 1-3 on the penalty kill, though, so that's not much there. Can you tell me the whole first line on the Oilers? Yeah, tonight it is Kane, Nugent Hopkins, and Mr. Zach Hyman so far. And that was bounced off of Darnell Nurse and out back into the bench. Have under 6.5, so I'd look stupid cheering for the no goals. Rem, that's fair enough. So you just you got the double whammy there. I didn't go to the game, and it's kind of a snoozer goal scoring wise, but I also expected it to be, so that's where we're at. Gotcha. Now, what I'll tell you that too, guys, I'm not an advocate for sports betting, but if you've got a sports bet on the go, you want to throw it in the chat. Last year, I think we cashed 98% of the things thrown in the chat, other than when it got into the round 2 against the Vegas Golden Knights. So keep that in mind. It was good luck throwing it in the Dolynny TV chat last year, so never feel shy. Anyway, here we go. 13:35 to go. Clumsy welcome in as well. Glad to see you along for another ride this season. We've got just 6.5 minutes gone here in this third period. It's still a 1-1 game, realistically speaking, anyone's game. Oilers are on the penalty kill, doing good work along the boards. Jets win it back to the blue line. This one's going to be worked around. Here's Perfetti coming along the wing. He's going to skate back to the blue line with that puck on the stick to the blue liner. And now a nice cutoff there, as I think Dylan Holloway looked to the bench. Didn't get it free enough to do that. And now another nifty stick tap. Dip, tap, dip, dip. Nope, puck didn't leave the zone. And here's the Jets continuing to battle with it. And there you go, James Hamlin. Length of the ice clear down to Delia. And that will be a little line change for both teams. And I think it's Colin Delia, not Connor Delia. I think I screwed that up. Jeff, did I say the stream was available to stream? Yes. Oilers Fanatic pinned comment at the top of the chat. NHL.com. It's the Jets stream. Free to watch. Go get it done. Promise you that. You'll have a good time. 12:35 to go here in this first half of the third period. 1-1 the scores. I want to keep saying the first period because I just don't want this to be over. Man, I'm having so much fun. This has been a long time coming, and I've been waiting a long time for this, and here we have it finally back to, well, somewhat normal hockey for the Edmonton Oilers after 4 months off, it feels like. Nugent Hopkins in the face-off dot against Jansen Harkins wins it back. Here's Evander Kane. 12:30 remain in the third period. Cleared down the length of the ice, and this one all the way down to Delia. Watch the box, watch the box, watch the box, watch the box. Man is free, and now here comes Bo Akey out of the box. He took the penalty there on Brad Lambert that sent the Oilers to the penalty kill 2 minutes ago. Didn't really cover that, my apologies. But here's Zach Hyman feeding a pass over to Evander Kane, pokes it ahead. Now a shot from the side of the net, almost bounced on the stick of Nugent Hopkins on a weird rebound off of Delia. Back the other way of those Jets transition. Get a shot towards the net. Bouchard clears it out, gets it back to the blue line. Sloppy little clear there, though. On a dump in by DeMello, doesn't factor in anything, and the Oilers back the other way. Jets and Oilers tangle up, and that's got to be a hold on Nugent Hopkins, who was just hanging on to his man in the corner. Didn't work out that way for the Jets. Back the other way now, they will start the attack as here comes Adam Lowry. And what I don't like is the motion blur on this Oilers Plus stream. I will tell you, there's been a little bit of a motion blur. Maybe throw back on the glasses. That's been my fight all night. And 11:26 to go here in this third period of play as we continue to wind down clock without another goal scored. We've been waiting all the way since midway through that first period for our next goal. And now that's just about 2 periods of play, realistically speaking. 26-22 the shots in this one for the Oilers so far. They did at a time trail heftily in the shots department in that first period. Jets scored the goal, and then it's been all Oilers ever since, realistically speaking. Jets really haven't had that many good-looking opportunities. Ollie Rodriguez has been steady Eddie so far. Oilers fire it back to the slot. Couldn't get it going. Hamlin from Kajula, unable to get through. And now back the other way as Gleason will carry it in behind the net on the clear by the Jets, who got the line change. Oilers changed lines as well. And kicked the power bar for my computer and shut it off. That's unfortunate, Scott. Thankfully, I keep all my cords on the other side of me, so there is none of that happening. Icing call against the Oilers here. 10:35 to go in this third period of play. Friends, if you are new to the channel, haven't had a chance yet, I feel like most of you have, though, at this point. But if you haven't had that chance yet to hit that subscribe button, that would be greatly appreciated as we close out the final 10.5 here on this Dolynny TV live stream for Game 1 of the preseason. By the way, Hunter, the mascot, is for hire. I didn't know that. He showed up at a wedding one of my former high school classmates went to this summer, so that's really interesting as well. And service, what's the first line? It's Nuge, Hyman, and Kane. That's what you need to know. It's Nuge, Hyman, and Kane, the first line tonight, and they've been pretty solid so far. Season seats, only less than 275 seats remain for this regular season, so the Oilers not going to have much to sell off themselves this year. That's interesting, as they normally have quite a little bit, I think, since they moved to Rogers Place. I definitely don't think less than 275 is the norm. But as we get back to action here, we're just we're watching everybody's first NHL game. And looks like Robbie, Sue, Justin, and Phoebe are in from Adelaide, Australia for their first NHL game. That's interesting. A couple of folks up here in Edmonton for an NHL game as the NHL goes to Australia this year. And interesting to see how that works there. Scout then lost connection to Wi-Fi. Aye, aye. Here we go. We're back to action, however, as the Oilers are geared up to get this going. 10:35 to go here in this first period of play. Just kidding. I screwed that up again. I told you I was going to do it. I just don't want this to be over. I will repeat that all night until we're done because this has been so much fun to sit back, watch an Oilers game. It was a beautiful afternoon, but it was also, you know, just kind of slow, not much happening. And instead I get to watch an Edmonton Oilers game. Love it. Kane, new time in as Patrick comes in. And our goalies right now, our goalies this game are Ollie Rodrigue and Calvin Pickard. Pickard's been on the bench. Rodrigue's had the full start. He's been doing well so far in this one. Here's the pass back in the middle of the ice. The shot there from the Jets blocked, and they will continue possession in the Oilers' end. This one rolling around. Nice pass D to D there. Wicked release there from Heinola to get it over to his fellow defender. He's looked good so far. Obviously a big prospect on the Jets blue line, somebody they are really looking forward to taking a big step this year, similar for the Oilers. Here's Dylan Holloway down the length into the offensive zone. He's skating around. Now passes it off. The shot fired, save made by Delia. As there was a little chaos there as Lane Peterson came charging up the middle, got the pass and fired it on net. Just couldn't get it going, but that was close as close could be. Landing welcome in as we are loving the effort here from the Oilers tonight. And this one comes in behind the net and just a good pass from Dylan Holloway. Peterson picks and fires. Just couldn't beat Delia right into the chest more or less. And we will have a face-off to Delia's left with 9:50 remaining here in this third period of play. 26-23 the shots on net as the Oilers continue to try and roll along here in this one. Puck down low to Delia. He will not play this puck. 9:30 now remaining as the Oilers continue to roll and keep this one alive in the offensive zone. Bounces off a stick. Peterson and Fogel out there alongside Derek Ryan. Offside at the Oilers blue line. Jets try to clear. They do as they will get back into the zone now. But Bouchard with the puck. Over to Darnell Nurse. He will headman it ahead down the length of the ice all the way to Delia on the tip. As this one comes back the other way. This one now picked up by the Jets. Zilkin, I think. Zilk? I don't know how to say that. Peterson back the other way, helping the defense. Jets trying their best as the Oilers roll around the zone again. Nice little transition there to try and chop it out of the zone. Kept in though by the Jets. This one so far now a shot up coming. No, Oilers keep them to the outside again. Back in behind. Oilers continue to see this one played by the Jets in their own end. Jets rolling some zone time here, but the Oilers keeping them to the outside. Really avoiding any danger from them as this one shot towards the net. Gleason picks this one up. He will roll it forward, and this one finally clears the zone. In pursuit is Zach Hyman. Hyman picks this puck up along boards. Come on. Now Evander Kane plays it in front, can't get it going. This one now rolls to the near side corner in the Jets zone. The Oilers come crashing and banging. Nugent Hopkins trying to dig it free. Can't do it. This one worked by Desharnais and out of the zone. Picked up there by Kane. Fired over to, I think, Philip Broberg, who plays it ahead to Kane. Bobbles it through the neutral. Couldn't get it cleanly into the zone. And now inside 8 minutes to go in this third period, Desharnais checks his man off the puck, turfs him to the ice, sits on him, still with the puck, looking to make a play. Nice pass to Bourgault, and this one's ahead as the Oilers come back the other way. Bourgault chips it off the boards. Heinola, though, sealed him off the puck, and that will do it as Lowry will pick it up and get it going back the other way for the Oilers. This one now, Darnell Nurse over to Bouchard. Bouchard ahead. This one's cut through for Hamlin. Hamlin will fire the shot, deflects off of the defender in front. Back to the blue line, picked up there by Bouchard. Rips the shot. Delia, the glove save. And that will deny the opportunity there for the Oilers. 7:23 remaining here in this third period of play as we are inching closer and closer towards overtime. Heck yeah, friends. Heck yeah. We have ourselves a good game. I like the camera angles. I've loved everything here that the Oilers have done on Oilers Plus. I don't think it's any fancier than obviously the Jumbotron stream, but it is what it is. Friends, I'm going to send you an ad quickly here. And again, if you don't get that ad, one more time, if you are new to the channel, what I need you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button on Dolynny TV. We have absolutely climbed those charts today. I think gaining over 75 subscribers so far. It's been a solid game, and things are looking really, really good on the live stream, I'd say. Up to 12,631 now. That is absolutely insane, to be honest with you. And we've been rolling along here this evening. The winning number for the 50-50 is now live. And you look at this here, it's been a solid afternoon all around for the Edmonton Oilers and everything involved. And now we are just about ready to finish this one off here inside the last 7.5 minutes to go, friends. Just to give you an idea here as well, if we can quickly check off the, the watch time hours. Let's go do that quickly here as we are going to divide that. We are at 467, so we got 33 hours to go. And what a great day to have hockey back, Mr. Farco, and you are not kidding me. It's a perfect day. It's a southern Alberta fall day. I went walking the ditches, picking up cans, making a few extra bucks. That's not too bad. And hopefully now we rock and roll a good night of hockey as well. The Oilers just need to finish this off and win a hockey game. And Connor Brown, yes, as Patrick is saying, will likely play alongside Connor McDavid and Evander Kane. As you saw the highlight on Dolynny TV last night, they looked really good together. So we'll see if that remains the case, as this one is shot, fired, save made by Delia again, who's now up to 28 on 29 possible. As the Oilers roll around in their own zone on the clear by the Jets. This one bounced off to the near side boards, picked up by Janmark, who's got speed across to the far side. Here's Sutter, releases the shot. Delia bumped in front, save made. He's down, puck covered, 6:57 remaining here in this third period of play, friends. We are crushing along, let me tell you that much. 30-24, the shots on net for the Edmonton Oilers, and that one is save made, and then Delia sees it bounce off of Heinola. He makes the save as Heinola kind of came through. So did Janmark bumping into him there, and that stopped the play as he just dove on that puck. The third period sponsored by Kissin, 103.9, and there's Hunter going crazy on camera, as he often does. Hunter's one of probably the best mascots in hockey outside of maybe Youpie. As Oilers got no grit, what do we say? They're going to get bullied in the regular season. I think the Oilers have held their own pretty well today, and obviously I don't know if you caught the hit from Holloway, but the man can hammer in a hit, so I would not worry at all about Holloway. Don't forget, Desharnais got a little nastiness to his game. Brett Kulak fought like 3 times last year. Don't you worry, the Oilers are going to be in good hands. And Liam, in a fair question, who do I think got the better part of the Jets LA deal? I think the Jets got the better part of the deal. I would not be surprised to see Dubois wanting out of there in the next 3 years or whatever. He signed an 8-year deal. I would not be surprised to see him wanting him out there soon. As here comes Darnell Nurse. He'll backhand it around to Bouchard. 6:27 to go. Here in this third period, Ollie Rodriguez just made a really huge save to keep this game 1-1. This one's going to come back the other way. Nice win by Zach Hyman. He'll drag around, try to wrap it. Oilers battling in front. Bounces off the goal line. Off the post or something, as the Oilers tried to tuck that puck twice and just couldn't do it. 6:07 to go here in this third period as Darnell Nurse regroups on the clear in behind his own net. Ollie Rodriguez settling into a 24-25 performance so far. 1 goal against. Bo Akey out there, big minutes here as he'll carry ahead. And this is kind of the big thing. Bo Akey's had a good game. He's earned these minutes alongside Darnell Nurse late in this hockey game. This one picked up now by Peterson. He'll fire it down deep into the Jets zone. 5:40 to go in this third as it's worked ahead. Back into the neutral. Akey picks it up under duress. Nice play over to Ben Gleason. This one now picked up by Peterson. He'll work it ahead to the Jets blue line. Stopped by the defender there. Now Gleason again bounces it off the boards. Oilers, nice little play over to Peterson again. Near side. This one picked up offside, however. And Liam, I think Gabe Velarde is going to be an absolute beauty. I honestly love Gabe Vilardi. Honestly, that whole Kings roster that they had last year, I love. Not saying that I love them playing against them in the playoffs, but every single year I choose a random team, I guess you could say, to put a really good prospect or two on in NHL franchise mode. And honestly, I love just kind of seeing what the Kings had to work with, playing with them in the franchise mode, and honestly, like how NHL or how the EA Sports Scouts expect those players to trend. You got some good ones coming to Winnipeg, that's for sure. The Oilers versus Canucks, Wednesday, September 27th, 7 p.m. start. Right back here on Dolynny TV. Don't let me tell you that. 6:30, 6:15 pregame. We'll see what happens. See what we can kind of present up for that one. 5:22 to go. Here's Zach Hyman. He is the top performer for this game so far. Zach Hyman's been good so far. All right, let's just quickly check some other stuff here. Make sure we're not missing nothing. I think we've had a pretty good live stream that we can finish off here pretty steady, Eddie, and just call her a night here in a few minutes' time, unless we do indeed actually get overtime out of this one, as the Oilers will get ready to make some noise in Rogers Place one last time this evening. And here we go, friends. 5:22 to go in this third period. Clumsy like Delia in Vancouver. Yeah, obviously Vancouver had a weird situation with their goalies last year, and they were able to retain some of them and do some things, but Delia ended up moving on to Winnipeg. So that's where we are at, and let's just quickly get going here as we're watching the Oilers fans dance around. So let's get this going. Face off down. Sutter wins it. 5:18 to go here in this third period to play. Picked up there by the Jets off the face-off. We are just about inside the last 5 minutes as they will carry ahead, fire it in off the center line, rim it around the zone. And I will tell you, those face-off, the center line with the oil drops, looks really sharp. You don't pick it up much on TV, but it'll look really good in the arena, I assume. So here comes Dylan Holloway and Brandon Sutter and the crew as they try to wreck themselves up a goal. A little grindy, gritty goal here would be not too bad. Desharnais over to Broberg. Shot drifted towards the net, goes wide. Here's picking it up Holloway. He'll play back to the middle over to Broberg. Now Broberg walking down from the point. He will roll into the zone. Cross to the boards. Picked up there now by Desharnais. Broberg sees it escape the zone. And this one will now come back to Desharnais. 4:20 remains in this third period. For those of you that need a reason. 32-25 the shots on net. 1-1 the goals so far. Picked ahead by James Hamblin. Down low, Delia thought he was going to come out and play it. That might create chaos for the Winnipeg Jets defense. They recover just in time. 4 minutes to go as shot in there is James Hamblin. Down to Delia, and that one again another retrieval for the Jets as they played ahead. Cut off by the Oilers' fourth line and forced down deep again to Delia, who plays the puck yet again. 3:45 to go as the Oilers and Jets engaged in a 1-1 game, and this one just back and forth all third period. Nothing really substantial happening. 3:39 now remaining as the Oilers' Bouchard plays it ahead. This one worked by the Oilers down back into the Jets zone as they just play it down low. Fueled by hockey. And again, everybody just tuning in, the link to the game is in the pinned chat by the Oilers Fanatic. Top of the chat, pinned. You'll see a wrench and a link. Go click that, that's for sure. This one now picked up as this one's played ahead by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The big boys on the ice. Hyman, Nugent, and of course Evander Kane with 3:05 to go here in this third period to play. Both teams pushing. A reminder, all the games that I've seen outside of that Boston Rangers game today have been a one-goal game in the preseason, so keep that in mind. 2:57 to go. The Oilers pick this one up. They will backhand ahead. Now Evander Kane going chasing against Dylan DeMello. This one played across. Stopped at the line there. Jets defender struggles to play it out, but does. With 2:40 remaining in this third period as we come down the late stages of this third period, the Oilers play the spin and will roll back in behind Ollie Rodrigue, who is just about to go the distance in this hockey game. Obviously, the Jets really haven't sniffed much all third period. Nice crisscross play there. Fogle loading into the zone. Shot fired, saved by Delia. Goes to the side of the net now. Here's Peterson and picked up on the far boards. This one rolled around the zone by Derek Ryan into the corner. Now Fogle picking it up at the half wall. Now Peterson back to the blue line. Over to Desharnais. Desharnais is going to drift one off the backboards. Bounces there. The Oilers send the blue liner drifting into the end boards, and the Oilers continue to come up with pucks here. Blocked at the blue line. Kept in for a brief moment. And this one to the far side picked up by Peterson. Here he comes across the line. Shot fired. Delia the save. Former teammate on former teammate with a $1.52 to go in the third period of play. Crazy. Good go so far here from both teams, battling a 1-1 game. The Oilers now with 34 shots. Good looking shot from Peterson. Just really didn't get a good open lane to fire it on a corner, but shot it right into the chest of Delia, who swallowed that puck up. Here's now Brandon Sutter in the face-off dot. Holloway, his line has looked good as well. 150 remains here in this one as the Oilers get to work with just over a minute and a half remaining here. This is going to be clutch time here. Obviously, I don't know if we're going to see overtime or not. Shot blocked in front. Save made by the stick of somebody. And here we go back the other way. Coming onto the attack is Janmark. Now played over to Bouchard. Bouchard's going to load up and go back to the point. Play it down. An interference call maybe there from Holloway. No. And now Holloway goes across to the D. The shot fired. Save made by Delia. Bounces to the near side corner. $1:15 to go in this third period as the Oilers will see the Jets work it down deep. And I mean, this is the Oilers' game to lose at this point. They just need to find a way to solve Delia. I feel like we had a game last year, and I want to say we did against Delia, where we just could not solve him for the life of us. And this one worked all the way by Darnell Nurse. 3-4 line pass there. And here's Hyman across the Jets line, now into the near side corner. Nugent Hopkins bear hugged there with 48.6 seconds to go in this third period of play. Pucked up there at the blue line. The Oilers drag it ahead. Now worked over. Here's Kane to Hyman. The shot. Save made by Delia. Oilers continue to roll around the zone. Keep in by Broberg. Nugent Hopkins with the puck. Shot fired off the blocker. Back behind the net now. DeMello with the puck. This one keeps rolling around. And the Oilers will see this one battled back into their bench. And with 26 on the clock, we will have a face-off in the Jets zone. Oh man, what a couple of sequences there for the Oilers. And Delia, that one actually from Hyman off the bar and out. That is unfortunate as unfortunate gets. What a snipe show there from Zach Hyman, and just could not get the bounce off the post with 39.8 seconds to go. 26 seconds rolling in this third period as the Oilers look to bring this one home. As we will hopefully get this done now as Nugent Hopkins, Kane, and Hyman on the ice in crunch time. Lowry on the ice for the Jets, wearing the C this season, as this will be one off the face-off by Evander Kane. Heavy and hard into the corner they go. 20 seconds as the puck bounces back to the neutral. D to D, Broberg to Desharnais. 15 seconds now remaining as this one comes into the near side corner. Hyman picks it up, drags in front to Nuge. Swallowed up by two guys. 8 seconds looking for that turnover. Now the Jets holding on, trying to preserve a game, and they will, as we will ensure it's a 1-1 match going into overtime. There you go. The Oilers just battled a hard-fought 60 minutes, a 1-1 game against the Jets, and we will have 5 minutes of overtime here in a matter of moments as they clean up the ice. Friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. If this is your first time here, you're returning from last year, whatever the case might be, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, I encourage you to do that now. It's been a fun one. We're back at it tomorrow, obviously, as we get set up for Game 2 of this 2-game series here in the preseason against the Winnipeg Jets. This time in Winnipeg, so it'll be a 6 p.m. start on Monday. 35-25, and obviously now we get overtime going here for the Edmonton Oilers with a pretty solid stream in the books. I think, to be honest with you, we can call it exactly what it is, a 500-hour stream, as we have done and dusted it away. As yes, indeed, there you go, 502 hours on the stream this evening. Brick, welcome in as we get set up for overtime this evening, as that will be excellent to watch as we are rolling along. All right, here we go. What do we got? Just refresh this because I feel like my stream froze. And here we go. Nope, stream did not freeze. We're just on a weird overtime graphic stuck on the scoreboard. Okay, here we go. We're rolling some replays now. Here's Dylan Holloway's heavy hit. Man, that was an absolute crunch there by Holloway. Peterson had a hard hit there along the boards. Derek Ryan threw some contact. I think to this one here from Darnell Nurse, throwing the man flying in Tanato. Boaki throwing Chimnikov a little bit of a shoulder. This one from Lane Peterson again, who's rugged by the looks of it here. Drake Kajula had a good hit, but we will go and get into this one, friends. Overtime, Nugent Hopkins loses it ahead to Cole Perfetti with 4:53 on the clock. We're rolling up. Jets get first possession as they will roll across the blue line of the Oilers in on the attack. This has goal written all over it, just the way they rolled into this zone. 4:40 remaining here in this third or overtime period, I guess you could say, as the Oilers look to get possession back. Jets just rolling around looking to find that shooting lane. Oilers so far swallowing it up, keeping everything to the outside, not allowing the Jets entry into that slot area. Perfetti gets taken out by Kane. Kane's going to come up with it, play it ahead, but the nice swallow up there by the Jets. That allows Kane, though, back the other way. He came up with that puck after all. Now rolling across the blue line, he'll play it to the far side. The pass coming and cut off there by the Jets. 4:07 to go here in overtime. Jets will get a 2-on-1 back the other way. Hustling into the picture. The pass across, fumbled there by the receiver on the Jets end. And this one, that sounds unfamiliar. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Oilers. Nuge over, fumbled into the skates of Hyman. 3:50 to go here in this overtime as the Oilers and Jets trade 2-on-1s. Neither team solve a shot on net out of it. And we got 3:40 remaining here in overtime as the Jets regroup in behind Delia, who's been solid tonight. 34 of a possible 35 saves. Back the other way, backhanded there, wide of the net, and the Oilers will pick this one up. Here comes the Oilers attack. It's Janmark and Holloway. Janmark rolls over. Janmark now rolling here. He'll pass it off to Bouchard. Bouchard over to Holloway. Holloway plays it off to Janmark. Janmark rolls to the face-off dot. One-timer, Bouchard, save! Delia. 3:13 to go here in overtime. We continue to roll along. And anyone looking to watch the last few seconds here, click that top link pinned by the Oilers Fanatic. 3:02 to go here in overtime. Rolling across the line now are the Jets. They are through, split in the middle, and now into the Oilers' end. 2:50 to go here as we continue to see the Oilers. They pick this puck up. They'll come back the other way. Fogle rolls into the attacking zone. He's going to play it off. Here's Bouchard over to Fogle. The one-timer shot swallowed up by Delia with 2:42 to go in this overtime. The Oilers playing good. They've gotten some good looks, but Delia has been the absolute star of this show so far tonight. He has been outstanding all game. And Fogle there on the quick slick feed from Bouchard, a little give and go, ends up being denied on the one-timer here against Delia in overtime. Oilers fans showing up to this one, getting treated to a good show. Brandon Sutter, Evander Kane on the face-off dot for the Edmonton Oilers. Face-off's down. Sutter wins it back. Unfortunately, it goes to the boards where the Oilers don't have a supporting winger. 2:38 to go now in overtime as the Jets will just trade off the puck a little bit, work it ahead. That's going to be played by Lowry over and now picked up and across the line to Mason Appleton. Appleton goes across to DeMello. DeMello will pick this one up. He will roll down. Farther shot blocked off the blocker of Olivier Rodrigue. And back the other way we come. 2:16 to go here in this overtime period. We are maybe destined, even if we were going to do a fun shootout just for the heck of it, we might be destined for the shootout anyway. Here's Lowry across the area. Pass tipped off the stick of Appleton. He'll fire it around the boards. Back to the blue line. The Jets go for a line change and will rag back into their own zone. 37-25. The shots on net. Here's the Jets freeing up a little bit of space on an area pass. Here's the pass across Perfetti. Can't touch it back over to Heinola. He'll get it down now low to the Jets attacker behind the net, but he missed the pass back to Perfetti. And we will have another change here for both sides as they will roll up the attack now. And here we go. This one back across. 1:27 to go. Shot fired. Save made by Olivier Rodrigue. 1:20 to go in this one as this comes back to the point as the Jets continue to roll around. Heinola looking for a lane. He's got Perfetti along the boards. Perfetti rolling down the boards. He will look to cut to the middle. This one cut off there. And now Zach Hyman with Bo Akey busting along the boards. He's got Akey and Bourgault. Akey, couldn't get the feed across. Shot from Hyman goes beyond the net. 59 seconds to go. Delia will cover it up and call it a day with 57.8 seconds to go, and a dangerous looking opportunity for Akey and Bourgault here in 3-on-3 overtime. As both teams almost got really good looks there, as that's a good shot there off of Rodrigue, who made the save. And friends, with 57.8 seconds to go in overtime, it's a 1-1 score, and Dylan Holloway will take the face-off against, I don't know who there actually, Lambert. Sorry, 47 is Lambert. I should know that after watching this game. Here's now Janmark. He's going to win this over. He'll roll back. Here's Holloway. The shot fired wide. Just wide of Delia on the far post. That would have been something to get that one in the back of the net, that's for sure. And now the Oilers trying their best to get going. Nicholas welcome in, and just Vinner welcome in as well, and Fast welcome in as well. 35 seconds to go here. This one played back down low. Nice check there by the Oilers to keep the man off the puck. 29.2 seconds to go. This one worked in behind. Now 37-26 the shots. Back the other way. Here comes Ben Gleason. Interference in the middle of the ice. Not called against the Jets as Janmark continues to battle. And friends, unless something happens here on this one, is as welcome in as well. 8 seconds to go. Jets pushing towards the net. This one cut off there by James Hamblin. And that will do it. The Oilers, the Jets, go the distance to the shootout. 65 minutes of 1-1 hockey. Don't mind seeing that. To kick off the preseason. Out of the Edmonton Oilers, who commit to new systems play and absolutely get some work done here tonight against the Winnipeg Jets. An interesting go. It'll be a shootout here. And let me tell you, just to clarify where we're at right now, 2.9. We are rocking and rolling. 521 hours watched on the stream. My goodness, how I missed being live. Let me tell you that much. As this is awesome. This has been a great game. Nicholas, like you said, it's good to see the Oilers and Dolynny back in business. Let me tell you, it's been good to be back in business. It's been a solid game out of the Oilers. Solid game from the Winnipeg Jets as well, who have been quite fun to watch all game. They've had some opportunities, done some things, and the Oilers just unable to solve. Colin Delia all night, who's been just absolutely fantastic in my honest opinion. And that's what it takes to go 1-1 the full way. But obviously now the question mark remains, how much can we go into the shootout for both teams here this evening? And friends, if you haven't had that chance, I will ask one more time before the shootout comes to a start. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated here on Dolynny TV. It's been a big evening. We're just about at 80 subscribers gained for the night, so that's a pretty solid stream if you ask me. And obviously too, we're looking to make a huge impact on how the season starts compared to how things started last season. So Stoney, thank you for the great call. Appreciate that. It's been a fun game, and here comes Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in on net. 19:57 to go. Nuge will work in. Backhand denied by Colin Delia, who just gives him the business. Good night glove save. And that is a huge get there for Nugent-Hopkins. Good opportunity, but Delia just absolutely waves the arm and makes the save. As here comes Alex Iafallo for the Winnipeg Jets. Another name too, right? Gabe Velarde and Iafallo, new members. Here comes Iafallo on net, denied by Rodrigo. Weak attempt there, and just really never picked a spot, and that's tough as tough gets. He tried his best to do something and just couldn't solve the pads of Rodrigue on that one. Here we go. Now an opportunity for Evander Kane. You'll see the big boys probably shoot here the first three, and then you'll start mixing it up with the young stars as this one comes back the other way. Evander Kane in on net. He will come on the shot. Backhand between the legs. What's he doing? Denied by Delia. Okay, I guess. You know what? You can't blame him. It is just preseason, as it is where it is. And do I have yellow tinted lenses? Yes, I do. One. Yes, I do. A little bit of blue light filter there, but also the yellow tint helps with my eyes focusing just more in general, actually. Perfetti in on net. He will drag and fire right through Rodrigue, who just never set down, and he gets, well, kind of rung up for it there as Perfetti just a couple of deceptive moves and just kind of played it right through him as Rodrigue never committed to making the save and gets beat there. Here's Peterson now in on the attempt for the Edmonton Oilers. He's clean shaven for camp. And this one will come in on net. Here's Peterson. He will drag to the shot. Delia will make the save, and the Winnipeg Jets will win the game. That, I assume, is what Stoney's UG was about. But friends, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I'm going to take those off for the time being to thank you very much for being aboard here on Dolynny TV. It's been a fun one this evening, and I will tell you right here, right now, we will quickly record the game recap as is tradition, but not without saying thank you again for spending your evening with me. The average view duration on the stream was just shy of 3 minutes. That's pretty spectacular for a preseason game where I just can't show the game, and obviously the link is publicly available. So here we go, friends. Shall we get to it? Again, thank you for being aboard. Let's do this as we'll hit the record button and get to it. This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being aboard here this evening as we kicked off Game 1 of the preseason for the Oilers. A 2-1 defeat in the shootouts. As I get the text message, why is it always the shootouts that take us out? The Oilers down in 3 rounds in the shootout, 2-1 to the Winnipeg Jets. As we get set up to discuss everything that happened in this game, a whole bunch of actually nothing, to be honest with you, as it was a tough one there for the Oilers. They really didn't get much out of it, to be honest with you, other than a couple of good things. I will tell you right now, I was really impressed with the Oilers' commitment to tackling the system changes, right? The 1-1-3 and, of course, the zone defense that we've heard talked about. You saw at times things were a little bumpy. You saw at times things looked like they were new out there on the ice, but the Oilers really did a good job. I really liked how the 1-1-3 kind of factored into the game at times. The Oilers had that high forward. It pressured the Jets to make a play in the neutral zone. They were unable to. The Oilers turn over the puck shallow in their own zone and get it back going the other way, so that was really good. The zone defense, again, that'll take a little bit more time. I think you saw flashes of it, but I also think you saw the Oilers get burned by it a few times in this one this evening, so that's unfortunate, but hopefully the Oilers are able to kind of figure everything out here through 8 games. Ollie Rodrigue was an absolute bright spot in this one. A huge night in net. Several saves, I think 26 or 27 of them on 28 possible shots. That's fantastic. Both goaltenders, Colin Delia as well, was fantastic for the Winnipeg Jets. But that really recovers everything there was of this game. Brandon Sutter on the PTO, winning faceoffs, looking good, had some movement, had a good shot. Really not much else to write home about, but it is only game 1 of the preseason with a new team after 2 years off. Dylan Holloway had a strong check in the first period. I think that was really strong. I liked that. That was good commitment to Ham coming in, thumping, coming in to earn a roster spot, even though he more or less has one already. And I think, too, the power play goal from Zach Hyman, that was huge to see, right? Evan Bouchard sets up the pass. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins puts it on net. And Zach Hyman does Zach Hyman things, puts it home, and scores the goal that scores the only goal of the game for the Edmonton Oilers. You would have liked to see the depth guys factor in. But again, right, for the Winnipeg Jets, you saw Dominic Tominato score the only goal of the game. And that's it, that's all. So there's nothing really pressing there out of the Edmonton Oilers or Jets game here to kick things off, other than to say it in one word really cleanly that makes the most sense. Hockey is back. And that is huge for us because it was a fantastic game to kick things off for game 1 of the preseason. I look forward to more. Obviously, the D pairings, I think you saw what you saw, and there's not really much else to get too excited about. Broberg was solid. Desharnais was solid. Really, nobody cost anything. Gleason got beat, but again, that's going to happen. And Bo Akey continues to impress. There you go, friends. That's really all I've got for you. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning into the postgame. I'm up on out of here. And friends, that is your post game for tonight. So with that, that will pretty much do it for me. Yeah, that's it. As the preseason is off and running here tonight, friends. It's started off, and I really appreciate you all being on board for game 1. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV again. A reminder, if you haven't hit it yet, but if you want to on your way out, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for everything this evening. We'll catch you in the post game that I'll upload here in a few minutes.